Hi again, everybody, and welcome inside Cable Dahmer Arena. My teammate Eric Bergerud, I'm Nick Vassos. All of the games from here on out are going to become very, very important. And one very important game here tonight between Kansas City and Baltimore. They're all getting critically important, Eric.
There's a bunch of teams bunched up. Utica City won last night, so the Eastern Conference, 5 teams all trying to make a run towards those MASL playoffs.
Let's talk about this talented Baltimore team. We know about William Van Zala, the 4-time champion. He's off to another great start this year, or is continuing to have a great start. And on offense, we're going to have to watch out for one particular guy who's leading the league in scoring. Tell us about him.
MVP candidate Lucas Roque is having a sensational year. 28 goals, 14 assists. He's in the right place at the right time, making a run, carrying this team offensively, and looking to bring Baltimore back. Baltimore hasn't played here for a long time, Nick.
Yeah, they were supposed to play here last year, but there was a big storm that prevented them from coming, and they decided not to make up the game. Anyway, for Kansas City, one player in the back who has proven to be consistent on offense and on defense, John Sosa. He's having a great year.
Fantastic year. 10 goals, 18 assists on offense. The special teams maestro, I guess you could say, in the MASL. Everybody keys on him when he's there with the ball. But defensively as well, he's showing his wily veteranness. I just created a word, Nick. Learning to put himself in situations defensively to help his team out, particularly since the Comets have been low on defenders.
All right. Kansas City and Baltimore, the horn is sounding. There could be some fireworks tonight. We're glad you're here on MASL TV. We'll see you in just a second.
Introducing Domino's new leftovers. It's the same delicious pizza you expect from Domino's, but instead of eating it all tonight, you save some for tomorrow. Sure, it's hot and melty and really delicious, but resist the temptation and you have Domino's leftovers. Domino's leftovers are delicious straight from the toaster oven. They're delicious straight from the skillet.
Who reheats cold pizza?
Right now, you can try Domino's leftovers yourself when you get 2 medium 2-topping pizzas for $6.99 each. Enjoy one tonight, love one tomorrow.
Skip the waiting room. With Cable Dahmer Connect, powered by Lyft, we'll come to you. We will pick up your vehicle at your home or office and drop it off once the work is complete. Simply schedule your appointment online at cabledahmer.com to get started.
Deportivo Colo-Colo with his family and cheered on Nacho throughout his soccer career. Earlier today, a memorial service was held to remember Cliff Keller, father-in-law to our managing partner Brian Bazinski, and father to Tina, Charlie, and Clint Keller, who have played pivotal roles in our organization. Cliff coached all 3 of his kids' soccer teams and passed his love of the game on to them. 2 men who shared their love of soccer and of life with their families, now at peace. We remember Miguel and Cliff. During this moment of silence, we send our heartfelt thoughts to Nacho, to his family, and to the Keller family, and offer our comfort, support, and love as they grieve the loss of their beloved father and friend. At some point in this evening's festivities, if you're here with your own family, we invite you to take a brief moment to step back and soak it all in. Remember these memories that you've chosen to make here with us in this place this evening. We hope you can enjoy making new memories, celebrating the beautiful game and the positive ways it ties every person here together, just like it did for Miguel and Cliff. Thank you. We ask you please rise for the presentation of our colors. Welcome to the field, the Leavenworth High School Army JROTC. We ask you to remain standing for the performance of the Star Spangled Banner. Here to perform, please welcome Westview Elementary Choir.
Nice job by the Westwood Elementary students singing our national anthem here at Cable Dahmer Arena. Good evening, everyone. Alongside Eric Bergrud, I'm Nick Vassos. Thank you so much for joining us here on 38 The Spot and Twitch, along with MASL TV. It's the annual Mascot here tonight, so we're going to have some fun at halftime. But Eric, serious business here. Two teams here that are really close into the standings right now. Each team's really going to need points down the stretch. After this game, only 5 regular season games remain for the Comets, 4 for the Baltimore Blast.
Well, I chatted with a few people in the Twitch chat. Hey, Twitch universe. I think the pressure's on the Comets here. Eastern Conference teams have been winning at home. It's been really difficult to get a road game, a road win. Utica City winning last night at Harrisburg notwithstanding. So I think the pressure's on the Comets to deliver. We'll see if the Blast come in a little bit looser. The last time their goalkeeper, William Van Zela, played here, Nick, he was on loan to the San Diego Sockers, and he stoned the Florida Tropics in the MASL semifinals, ultimately taking the Sockers to the championship. He knows how to play in this arena. He loves coming up in big games. And speaking of big games, there have been a lot of big games in the history of this rivalry going back to 1981. We're going to share some history lessons along the way.
Awesome. And one player for the Comets is going to be playing with a heavy heart, and that is Nacho Flores, whose father Miguel passed away, and we sort of joined the moment of silence in him. And Eric, I know you watched him play his collegiate career at Park University. Share some thoughts about that. He's getting some hugs from a lot of people.
So Nacho grew up watching soccer with his dad. Their favorite team in Chile was Colo-Colo, and his father followed him all along his soccer career. Obviously couldn't be in person a lot, but was able to watch games online, was able to watch Nacho play here on Twitch, and it was just a sad moment for Nacho, particularly sad because he couldn't be around when it happened, and so his teammates have rallied behind him, and I know I talked to him, you and I both talked to him on the field. I think he appreciates all the support he's been getting.
Yep. Okay, we're just about set to go here. Comets are going to be wearing their red tops, red shorts, and red socks. Baltimore coming in wearing white tops, white shorts, and white socks. Kansas City and Baltimore have had some amazing playoff battles. There is Zach Reggett. He knows Baltimore very well, having played on the East Coast. He's played many games against the Blast. Zach Reggett, in his first game with the Comets, scored 5 goals, held scoreless the last time that Baltimore and Kansas City met, which was just past weekend. And the Comets suffering a 9-2 defeat on the road in Baltimore. We'll see how things turn out here tonight on the blue turf.
Alt Sports Data is the official sports data partner of the Major Arena Soccer League. Alt Sports is a San Diego-based trader or leader in trading and consumer data for action, alternative and emerging sports. I was going to say the 16-time, home of the 16-time Indoor Soccer Champions. I got triggered there just for a little bit. I got it out.
All right, we are underway. Baltimore with the ball to begin the game. On down to Lucas Roque. As you heard from Eric, he is having an MVP type of season. We'll keep an eye on him. Tony Donatelli with the ball. He had, 5 assists or 4 assists?
Four assists
and a goal last weekend against Kansas City. So you'll still see some familiar faces here playing for the Blast. Donatelli trying to pass it over. Ramon got a piece of it. Right back to Donatelli, who fires it in there. Neto bends at the waist and makes the save.
Baltimore coming out early, and they're pressing early. So interesting to see how the Comets adjust to this, and a giveaway right away.
Comets get it right back. Nacho is out there. Nacho looking to pass it to someone. He gets it up to Rian Marquez. Yeah, I said Marquez. More on that coming up.
Oh, we have a story for you.
We do. Here's Nacho, turns and fires. That one blocked by the Blast. Donatelli comes up with the rebound.
How about Henry Ramirez coming back in his first game after a critical injury?
Henry Ramirez out there from Costa Mesa, California. Like to say hello to his mom and dad who are watching out in California if they're not here. But yeah, it's been a long road back for Henry Ramirez, who has fought to get healthy. And here he is out front. We saw Henry the first game he played. He scored a goal, and the coaches described him as having a motor that does not end.
Great to see him back. On Rian Marquez, apparently people didn't like his wife, his family, his friends said, go back to calling him Marquez, even though his name's Mark. So, okay. Twitch users, 38th the spot. Watchers, all right, fine.
I know. So, yeah, and Rion, he came up to us before the game, and he said just that. He's like, look, I've had it up to here. My wife and my family have been giving it to me, so please, go back to Marquez so I can get some peace.
Keep giving us a hard time. You're saying his name wrong, and we're like, he told us to call him Mark.
Exactly. So we're going to call him Marquez, all right? So hopefully we've got some of our broadcasting colleagues out there that are catching this game. If you've got Kansas City in your future, it's Rion Marquez. We're back to Marquez again. So, and now you know the rest of the story. And Arreos with a quick steal, couldn't get it. There's Max Ferdinand, a fan favorite for so many.
He loves playing in this arena, doesn't he?
Yeah, he sure does. Spent some years in Milwaukee, winning a championship there. And, of course, he got his career started in Baltimore, where he won some championships as well. So he's back there with the Blast.
Played for the ambush in between.
That's right. Comets get a shot. Oh, just wide. Almost capitalized on a mistake by Baltimore. And Arreos in the corner with Ferdinand. Ferdinand gets it on out to Mello. Here's Mello across the line. Still going forward. Ray Lee had a mark on him, fired a weak shot. Neto's got it. And Neto's firing back the other way, looking for Reggett. There's Nelson Santana. He has been around for a long time. He heads it into Vanzella, and Vanzella outlets DeMello.
Watch Santana. He's really crafty on defense, too, especially on the power play kill. We'll keep an eye out for number 78.
Into the corner. Big fella there is Moises Gonzalez trying to split the defense. And Sosa able to wrestle it free, get it over to Reggett. Reggett's got several defenders on his back, still going forward, bangs it off the boards. Not strong enough, and Vanzella sends it out to the half line. Nacho punches it back in. Reggett picks it up on the yellow line. Zach Reggett with 22 goals and 6 assists. He goes off, and some fresh legs come on. Here's Guti. He had it kicked away by the Blast. Loose ball. And it is touched by Baltimore back towards Neto.
Boy, you've had a season of players saying, call me this. Right?
I know it.
Marquez, Guti.
And here is Marquez trying to slot it over to Nacho. Intercepted there by Baltimore. And then out towards the half line. That was Ricardinho with the ball. Now Neto has it. And he plays it on up to Benji. Benji across the field to Sosa. Sosa tees one up, and that one's stuffed by the Blast defender. That one was Pereira, yep. Now front and center. Kansas City wins the 50-50 ball to set up their offense. Palmer turned his head, fired it straight into a Baltimore player. Ricardinho on back to Pereira. Baltimore will go for some changes. Anua Obasi from Birmingham, United Kingdom.
Slowing the play down.
Yeah. This is his 8th game, and Obasi walking it up across the Comet logo. He'll play it near side for Mello. Mello looking to get it to Gonzalez. Nope, to Obasi through the area. Palmer's there for the Comets, kicks it long, and it's held in by Donatelli of the Blast. Near side Obasi. Obasi takes a look, fakes a shot, and then leaves it for Donatelli, who tees one up, and that one above the crossbar. Comes off. Comets kick it back toward the Blast half.
Felt like a penalty kill there.
Yeah. Here's Vanzella, 9-4-1. He's got a 4.02 goals against.
Sneaking up on Boris Pardo. Boris Pardo at 4.01 leading the league. So in Vanzella winning Defensive Player of the Week awards, Defensive Player of the Month award too.
Don't go anywhere at halftime. We might have a Boris Pardo sighting.
We'll see.
Yeah. 9.5 to play in the first quarter between the Comets and Blast.
I got a little tidbit from the professor. The last time the Blast lost here in this arena, last time they were here and lost was December of 2016.
It has been a while.
5-1, so it's been 7 years since Baltimore's lost here.
Reggett's going to be whistled for the foul. By the way, our officials tonight, crew chief is Ron Corey. The referee is Lorenzo Hernandez. The assistant referee, Joseph Mock. The fourth official, Kyle Armstrong. In the penalty box is Nathan Calling and Drew Klemp. Ron Corey in his, 34th, 35th year?
Who's counting?
As an MASL ref. His final year officiating. Off the boards to Roque. Roque volleys. Didn't get a piece of that one.
Why not?
Yeah,
You
really.
don't try it, you don't score. Kickapoo Girl in the Twitch chat says, sounds like Eric and Nick are broadcasting from a club. Kind of sounds like it.
Yeah,
Get the music cranked up.
We do. And we got another nice crowd here. Over 4,000 in the building at Cable Dahmer Arena.
Comets still leading the league in attendance, which has been terrific this season.
Ramirez on the right. Moves to his right. Goes off the boards. Looking for someone in the area. Deflects off a Blast player. It stays with the Comets. Into Marquez. Marquez trying to turn. Gives it back to Nacho. One touch. Fires. Just wide. Nacho with the rebound. Still trying to go again. Pinballing around out in front of Vanzella.
Goalkeeping. He does it with his feet. He does it with his hands. It doesn't matter.
Comets will hold on to it. Now Ray Lee looking for someone to pass to, and they'll get it back to Marquez. Rion Marquez with 7 goals on the season. Moves to his right. Fires a shot. Right on. And Vanzella makes the easy save. Nice chat between Vanzella and our MASL insider, Philly. I saw that on YouTube the other day. Had some good insight to Vanzella's past, how he made his way to the MASL. I invite you to check it out.
Foul's called on Benji. Speaking of Empire, big shout out to Jonathan Reimer, who provided the tie I wore in the pregame.
I didn't get a chance to say that when we were on the air.
We'll talk about that when we get a pause in the action.
Okay. 7:16 to play in the opening quarter between Baltimore and Kansas City. No score between these two teams. Gonzalez, Moy, out in front of the Comets bench, plays it all the way back to Vanzella. He directs traffic for his teammates, turns his head up and fires it the length of the field. Neto heads it back towards the half line. Roque chests it, now touched by Goody.
Good pass.
Reggett on over to Sosa. Reggett goes down. No call.
So look at Baltimore pressing 2 guys up, dropped 1 back. Comets, is this going to be interesting for the Comets because you know they want to push forward and Baltimore doesn't want to let them push forward.
Jamie Thomas in the corner with Ramon Palmer. Kick back towards the half line. Sosa gathers it up and tries the right side, and Nacho. Nacho off the end boards. Vanzella kicks it away. Ricardinho lifts it towards the center circle.
There's a Sosa parody account in the Twitch chat. I was surmising maybe it was a player from another team in the league, but I'm not 100% sure yet. Gotta love this league. It's awesome.
Here's Reggett. Reggett to the top of the arc to Nacho. Nacho leaves it back for Sosa. Under 6 to play in the first. Reggett moving to his left. Can he get the left foot on there? He does. And Vanzella goes down and make a pretty easy save.
Want to see a game live? Visit Sports Illustrated Tickets for the best tickets to see the MASL action in your favorite arenas, now with no fees at checkout.
Vanzella to Donatelli, who heads it right on target. Neto is there. And Neto looking to play it long. Instead, we'll play it over to Sosa. Here's Leo. Gibson into the game for the first time, down to Marquez. Rion, marked by Obasi. Now here comes Rayleigh, kicked it off of Vanzella, still going at it. Obasi and now Rayleigh come out with it to Pereira, and then Neto comes off his line to gather it back up for the Comets. Leo to Marquez, chests it, looking for a running Ramirez, but Rayleigh is there first for the Blast. Now the Comets, do knock it free. Oh, here's a drive by Rayleigh, just above the crossbar. Comes off to Donatelli of the Blast, and then over to Moy.
It's a little early to tell, but it looks like the Comets are trying to place their shots. A lot of respect for Vanzella here. We'll see if they get a little more natural rhythm here, but Vanzella, last game, 31 saves.
Big time. Here come the Blast. It's Juan Pereira. He'll play back to Obasi on the center circle, then over to Max Ferdinand. Ferdinand trying to turn on a defender, Zach Reggett. Slow things down again, coming up on 4 minutes to play in the first. No score between these two teams. Into the corner for Roque. Neto, Roque gets it back. Oh, what a goal by Lucas Roque. Did he backheel that as he was going backwards?
I think yeah, he did, and I think it's like a spin of Wallace Scora, so we're going to have to catch this on the replay.
Fans, look at this impressive goal scored by Lucas Roque. Wow. Roque.
So let's take a media timeout, and then we'll be back. Roque puts the Blast on the board. It's 1-0 Baltimore on MASL TV.
Domino's delivery vehicles are going electric. With over 100 EVs on the road today and hundreds more to come, it's good for
Select Physical Therapy is focused on patient safety now more than ever before. Select's centers remain open and offer a safe environment for you to receive physical therapy services. You don't need a doctor's referral to begin care and start feeling better today. Select Physical Therapy also offers telerehab, so you can easily connect with a licensed therapist through web-based technology that is HIPAA compliant, right from the comfort of your home. Visit selectphysicaltherapy.com to schedule an appointment. Select Physical Therapy, the power of physical therapy.
I'm attorney Mike DePasquale. This is Kansas City. This is my town. I started a personal injury law firm here because I wanted to help people here. And that's what my team and I do every single day. If you're hurt in Kansas City, I've got this.
App, card, wallet. Quintus has everything you need to manage your money your way. Visit Quintus.com today to learn more. Nick, why don't we look at the replay on Roque's goal, which I think we'll have to come up with a name for it. Good entry pass in. Off the boards. Gets past Leo. So Walla, score.
Oh, wow.
New fans, you don't know what a Walla score is. It's when you pass the ball off the wall and then score.
He did that on purpose.
He did that by himself.
This just in, Lucas Roque is good.
He's a good player.
He's a really good player.
He's moving up my MVP voting ballot by the minute.
Great goal by Roque. That is, for him, that is number 29 on the season. 29 goals for Lucas Roque, and gives the Blast a 1-0 lead.
And we haven't seen Baltimore here for a while, Nick. There are a lot of new faces, not just since the last time, but they made some roster moves over this offseason to get better. You see Moy coming in, who's been really helpful up front. Just a couple moves here or there, and somebody who's not here tonight, who just got signed, is Jake Schindler, right?
Oh, that's right.
Not playing tonight, but he's coming.
Here's a quick outlet to Gutierrez.
Not the pass he wanted.
He's looking to get it over to Benji, racing down the far post. Ricardinho over there, double teamed by the Comets. Sosa able to extract the ball from him. Plays it to Benji and then over to Nacho. Here comes some pressure from Baltimore. Benji kicks it high into the air. Deflects over to the near side. Goody tries to save it. Now he battles with a Baltimore player.
Foul's going to be on Marquez here.
Jamie Thomas. And foul called on Marquez.
Think you have what it takes to play in the MASL. Sign up now to be on our mailing list for the 2023 MASL Pro Player Combine. Visit maslsoccer.com for more information. Thomas wanted a 2. Ron Corey said, I've seen worse than that. He has.
He has.
Ron Corey's farewell tour. We're going to see him one more time here, Nick.
Yep, on the 26th of March. And we're going to talk to the longtime official for the MASL for indoor soccer. Dates all the way back to the original MISL. Here's Roque. He is dangerous. Sosa's got a mark on him. And Sosa able to kick it long. Good defense there by John Sosa, the veteran for the Comets.
John Sosa made some Kansas City soccer history in Baltimore. Give you that update here a little bit.
Here's Roque. That pass picked off by Marquez. And then Sosa to Palmer.
This press is definitely working and creating challenges for the Comets.
Here's Andreas with some pressure. They kick it on back to Vanzela. On up to the half line. There comes the blast. It is Pereira trying to slide it over to Roque. Ball is loose. Pereira takes a swipe at it and could not make contact. Sosa sacrificing his body there for the Comets.
That entry pass from Donatelli was sweet. Again, 4 assists last game. Their 9-2 thrashing of the Comets at CQ Arena last weekend.
Here's Rayleigh. On back to Mello. Obasi. 1 minute and 32 seconds left in the opening quarter. It's 1-0 Baltimore on a goal by Lucas Roque, his 29th on the season. Forward to Obasi. Obasi marked by Gibson. And Obasi.
He's just going to chill, right?
Yeah, he's slowing things.
Slow it down.
I thought he might grab some popcorn there on the front row.
4-corner offense.
Now Moy, he had to take it away by Ramirez. Henry able to get it back to Leo. And then Leo forward to Lucas. Souza. His pass broken up. It comes down to Max Ferdinand. Here comes Ferdinand. He's got one defender. He goes down and a foul called on Souza. And Souza has a few words with Ron Corey.
So the first one he called, he gave a mini advantage. Ferdinand couldn't get through Gibson. He pulled it back. Original foul on Lucas Souza.
There's Marquez and Souza in the wall. Mello on the ball to Roque from distance. That one goes up into the netting. Goalkeeper distribution coming up for the Comets.
Great to have fans here at 38th The Spot in Kansas City. There are a lot of things happening in Kansas City. Big 12 Basketball Championship Sporting Kansas City with their home opener. We're glad you're here with us. And to everybody watching across the universe on Twitch, we're glad to have you here. And here's a question for you in the Twitch chat. Daylight savings time is tomorrow. Are you team daylight savings or team standard time?
I'm team daylight saving.
Oh, I'm team standard time, so we don't even agree here. You'll wake up at 3 o'clock tomorrow morning and you'll be like, great.
Why do you? Oh, well, that was close. Ron Corey calls a foul on Marquez as he chopped down Obasi.
MASL Media 2 says, I'm team whatever gets me more sleep.
Well, I just don't like it when this, it's dark at like 3:30 in the afternoon. I mean, come on.
Oh, I get that. We're in March, though. I mean.
Kansas City number 26 marks his second of the half.
Take another look at this. Whack.
Ooh,
yeah. And right in front of the Baltimore bench, and they were not happy about that at all.
Vanzela swings his foot through it. Souza comes over and heads it out of bounds.
Well, there's some referees in this league that call this really, really tight. We could have a conversation about some of them. Ron Corey comes from the old days, and he likes letting players play, so expect him to be consistent. I mean, he will pull out a penalty if he has to, but he's going to want to let them play.
Marks and the Comets wanted something there.
They'll pull that. Well, no call here. Just a quick restart. And that's it.
That's it for the first quarter. So Comets of the Blast here, a competitive first quarter.
Nothing.
At the end of one, Baltimore 1, Kansas City nothing on 38th the spot. And Twitch.
Siding wants to thank the brave men and women who have served or are still serving in the armed forces. We love living in the United States because of them. Now we want to help them love their home by providing them with a free, seamless polymer siding project. We're giving them our best because that's what they deserve.
After coming back from the Navy, I needed some help with my home, and I'm very thankful to have been chosen by Continental to receive the Siding for Service Members project. Now my home is it's warm and safe and maintenance free, so I can spend more time focusing on being a dad.
I'm Daniel, Executive Director for Team Fidelis. We are helping Continental with the selection process by vetting all nominations to ensure the most deserving service member is chosen.
But we can't do this alone. We need your help. Go to sidingforservicemembers.com and nominate a service member you'd like to help love their home.
This is your home field. This is your playbook. This is your locker room speech. This is your end zone dance. And with unbelievable resources that serve our community beyond banking, this is your biggest fan. Community America Credit Union. Believe in unbelievable.
MASLsoccer.com is for your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. We're going to do some trivia, Nick Vassos.
All right.
I gave this some thought, trying to come something that was a Kansas City, Baltimore question. Here you go. On March 16, 2014, the Comets defeated the Blast 2-1 to win the MASL championship. Last year, the MASL. Which defender scored the game-winning goal for the Comets?
Oh!
Yeah, you don't get to play. So
okay.
We'll come back later with your answer.
I will say this. This player, one of the most fiery, intense players that the Comets have ever seen in their history.
We got a lot of history to share. I've got a sad piece of history. I'd be remiss if I didn't do this. So fans who don't catch a lot of our games, we try to do on this day in Kansas City indoor soccer history. But I wanted to add an on this day in Baltimore soccer history. So on this day in 1996, Blast Hall of Famer Paul Crossley passed away really prematurely at the age of 47. His number 16 hangs behind the goal there. And I know his son Brad's watching tonight. And so as we're focused on this rivalry that goes way, way back, this day, this week, there's some interesting stories, but this one's a sad story. But I thought I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that. And
thank you.
Crossley, a legend in Baltimore indoor soccer history.
Thank you, Eric. All right, just about ready to begin the second quarter. Baltimore leading 1-0 on a goal by Lucas Roque.
People in the chat think they have the trivia question answered correctly. We'll see if they're right.
Okay.
Oh, Brad Crossley wrote me, thanks, Eric. You're very welcome, Brad. We'll have some more history, including a fracas that took place this week in 1995 that I was there to witness, where legendary evening for public address announcer Ed Bishop, but we'll talk about that one later, too.
Oh, look at this. We've got a smile from Ray Lee.
That's highly unusual.
We just got a smile from Ray Lee. That could be a good sign if you're a Comet fan. Comets Goalkeeper switch ends. Here comes the Comets attacking right to left. It's Andreos on the far side. On the point to Sosa. Near side for Gibson. The legend passes it back to Sosa. Leo goes off the boards for Reggett. Reggett with Santana behind him. Lost the handle. Ricardinho gets to Santana, then sends a pass out to Moy. Sosa gets there first, and then sends it to Neto, and then over to Leo, and then back to Sosa. Here come the Comets again. Forward to Reggett.
And this is really intentional. Santana man-marking Reggett.
Sosa off the boards. Reggett flashing in there. Here's a shot, and saved off the line by Santana.
Don't say you can't play this game in your 40s. Don't say that.
Here's Goody moving to his left, into the box, looking for Reggett. Kicked away by Rayleigh of the Blast. Now Moy out with it. And then trying a centering pass there. It's deflected back to Neto, who kicks it to the half line. And then Santana, Nelson Santana.
Oh, what a smart move.
Play by Santana. Those cheeky little plays there.
Wily veteranness.
Yes.
Wily veteranness.
100%.
Yep.
13:35 in the second quarter. 1-0 Baltimore. Neto forward looking for Palmer. Palmer. And now Donatelli. And Henry Ramirez all battling. Donatelli comes out with it. Over to Rayleigh. Blast moving it left to right. Baltimore on the year is 9-6-3. Kansas City 8-6-4.
They're going to call the foul right there on Sosa.
Kansas City's been called for more fouls than Baltimore so far. Reggett's got 2 fouls. He has to be careful the rest of the first half.
Oh, excuse me. This is on Marquez.
Well, this is Marquez. That'll be his.
Picking up the fouls, too.
Yep, he's got a second foul. So the fouls are accumulating for the Comets. Outlet to Palmer. Palmer moving down the right side. Slots it through to Reggett, who shoots and scores! Top shelf where Grandma keeps the cookies. We are even at 1. Zach Reggett, number 23 on the year.
You know what they say? Shot chaser? Let's do chaser shot. Here's chaser, nutmeg, shot, goal. Take another look. It might not have been, it looked like a nutmeg from this angle. It was. Top shelf. Grandma's already having a rough evening at Mascot. Zach Reggett's pumped. He's just got to create some space for himself. I really think it's smart that they're man-marking him, but ultimately, the Comets find a mismatch, find a counterattack, and they make Baltimore pay.
Zach, number 23 on the year, and Ramon Palmer, his 5th assist. And we are tied at 1.
Gordy Gerson's in the house. He says, that's my boy.
Double G. Double G. Here's Vanzella. He gets it over to teammate Rayleigh. Down to the corner looking for Moy. Neto pushes him away. Oh, it is. It's going to be another 2. Neto is on fire. He can't believe it.
So there's going to be somebody in the chat clapping right now. But here's the thing. Neto got put in a really bad position because the Comets had 3 guys up. Nobody came back. Neto came out of the box. He is going to miss tomorrow's game at Milwaukee, if memory serves me right. Because of point accumulation. So there you go.
Neto.
Family, friends of Steven Sidkeski, you're going to get to see him play tomorrow.
Neto.
If you watched, I know fans are asking the question, what was he doing? If you watched it from our angle, Comets got beat, and he went out. Aggressive play, took the 2. Now, you might say, hey, just let him shoot on you. Well, maybe. That wasn't the choice that he made.
So they're going under review here. Did someone throw a flag? I did not see it.
Here's the issue. There's another issue, too, is was he last defender or not? I saw Rayleigh coming back.
Okay.
So there's a question whether this will be a shootout or not.
Gotcha. Well, it is Neto's 19th minute in penalties so far this year, and that leads the team. Ron Corey and our referee, Lorenzo Hernandez, both giving a look. Now, they don't have what we had last time the Comets were here at Cable Dahmer Arena.
Let's take another look.
Yeah.
Let's go back. Comets totally countered on this one.
Rayleigh is back. And then Neto
I
with
don't
the shove
think
there
it was
on
last
Moy.
defender. Are the Comets arguing that he shoulder-to-shouldered him? I think that's what they're saying, is they're questioning whether that was a fair shoulder charge or not. I don't know. Yep, 2-minute penalty. Yep. Shoulder to shoulder is side to side, right? It looked like he came in from behind. This is the right call. Vanzella's wanting to shoot out, but Lorenzo Hernandez is saying there was a defender back. So this will just be a standard 2-minute.
Neto is hot. He is hot.
I think it's the right call. But he made a split-second decision because his forwards and midfielders got countered-attacked badly. And it is what it is. And it's time, once again, for the 9,900 and, what is this, 52nd?
I think so.
72nd time, the Rat Patrol here in Kansas City.
So Tekeski comes in cold for the Comets. And Baltimore on the power play. The Blast are 47%. They are 14 for 30 on power plays. The Comets are pretty good on penalty kill, 60%. They've killed 29 of 48 chances their opponents have had.
Another tidbit from the professor. Max Ferdinand scored a goal in the first game the Blast ever played here in December of 2010.
Wow.
Man, Max Ferdinand's been playing for a little bit. Right?
He sure has. Great player. Okay, Comets with the ball. They are down a man for the next 1 minute and 50 seconds. Up to Ray Lee. Ray Lee up to Reggett. Reggett trying to slot it over to Palmer. Blast get it back. Roque against the boards, gives it up to Reggett. Zach moving forward, draws a crowd, goes off the boards, tries to chase his own rebound down.
See Vanzella, just like nonchalant. Hey, we'll get out of pressure here. And Reggett, give him credit. He plays on the penalty kill. He plays on the power play. He'll put in the minutes for his team.
Here's Donatelli. Front and center from Mello. Now right side Roque. 1 minute and 12 seconds on the advantage to the Blast. Game is tied at 1. Down to the corner, Donatelli. Correction, this Donatelli has it now. It's Pereira down there. Then front and center, it comes out to Mello. Now right side, Roque to Moy. Now Mello. Mello fires and scores! Tekeski was screened, and the power play goal puts the Blast back on top. It's 2-1.
You got that one right. Good ball movement here from the Blast. Let's look at the replay here. Mello, why not? Good screen there in the middle. That was Moy there. Short post on Tekeski. Didn't ever see it coming. Mello having another great year for the Baltimore Blast.
Jonathan Mello, that is number 16 for Mello. And I believe that's going to go unassisted.
Did I hear that they were giving Moy credit for the goal? We're going to have to check that out.
Yeah, that was clearly Mello.
I didn't see a deflection.
Okay, I didn't either. We'll do a little checkity check.
We will check.
2-1 Baltimore. Blast or Comets with the ball. Both teams back to even strength. Sosa's pass goes out of bounds. 11:23 to play, and Comets will get back defensively. Santana will play it on over to his keeper, Vanzella. Vanzella boots it into the corner to Roque. Roque kicks it to the opposite corner. Pereira is there, touched back towards the half line by Souza, the Comets, and then all the way back to Vanzella.
They're giving Gonzalez credit for the goal. I didn't see it. It must have been just a barrel touch.
Okay.
Giving the assist to Mello on that one.
Okay.
So maybe a little bit of redirection. Definitely didn't see it from my angle, but there you go.
They may have to take another look at that goal here. I don't think that was Moy. I think that was Mello. Here's Obasi.
Too much space there.
Shakes the cage, and that one goes out of bounds.
So you were talking about sadness here in Kansas City. Celebration of life that took place today in Harrisburg, and I know Baltimore sent a contingent up for their former assistant coach, Jim Pollahan, former Blast assistant coach, former Harrisburg head coach, and he scored the first goal in that original MASL game. A great guy, and somebody definitely missed by the indoor soccer community.
Loved in Harrisburg. He took the Heat to the playoffs 5 or 6 straight years and led them to their only championship appearance in 94-95 against St. Louis.
See, look at another odd man rush. Okay, so Neto's going to drop back.
Oh, that was too easy. Another goal by Baltimore. Moy to Hughes, Josh Hughes, and it is now 3-1.
So, challenge for our viewers in the Twitch chat. You don't want Neto to go out of the goal. Comets defense gets beat. And so Neto, fine, I'll stay in my box and not get in trouble. Oops. Goal, too easy.
Josh Hughes, his second goal. And for Moises Gonzalez Moy, that is his 9th assist on the season. And it is now 3-1 Baltimore. And that has quieted the crowd of nearly 5,000 here at Cable Dahmer Arena. Reggett on back to Ray Lee. Lee with Donatelli in front of him. Now to Leo. Leo drives one in there. Comes off the boards to Pereira.
And
then back the other way. Nobody's getting back for the Comets. Pereira. It was a 3-on-1, and the Comets got lucky there.
Comets absolutely could use a timeout here. They are getting countered like crazy. Too many opportunities here for the Blast. Too many easy opportunities for the Blast.
Benji on over to Reggett. Now Benji. Forward to, no, Benji holds on to it. He'll play it to Ray Lee. 9 minutes and 10 seconds left to play in this first half. Mascot game is coming up at halftime.
It is?
It is, and I have tried not to look at you because you have a corn dog costume on,
I
Eric.
do.
Just to give the fans at home. Yes, Eric is wearing a corn dog uniform. Here's Palmer moving to his right. Had it for just a second, but broke it up by the defense.
So look at the difference. 5 guys back, almost all by the box for Baltimore, and Kansas City is all spread out. When I get to ask Stefan Stokic about adjustments, which we'll see if he can have a straight face and with me interviewing him in a corn dog costume.
This will be
serious
the first.
adjustments. Serious adjustments needed here on defense.
Coming up on 8 minutes and 18 seconds to play in the first half. Comets with a drive. That one nearly deflects in. Banged off the boards. Right back to KC. Flores on over to Souza. Now Benji. Comets are standing around. Here's Ray Lee. Now Lee. Blast one in there. Vanzella makes the save. Bicycle by Reggett.
Oh, so this is interesting. Ron Corey pointed for a penalty kick. The near referee, Lorenzo Hernandez, said it went off his head. And so if I were Baltimore, I would challenge this. Referees didn't agree on it. Corey said he saw it.
Okay, let's take a timeout here. And when we come back, we will take a look at the replay and see if Baltimore challenges this. 3-1 Blast over Kansas City on 38 The Spot and Twitch.
So with the Planet Fitness Black Card, I'll get a post-workout glow like that guy.
Everybody knows that you need to glow, the glow to grow.
And I get a free Amazon Halo to track my fitness and sleep.
Cause when you got the glow, there is no stopping what you want to do. Oh.
And with the Planet Fitness Black Card, I can bring a guest anytime. And I can work out at any Planet Fitness location. And even relax in the Black Card Spa. That sounds great, but how can I get the most out of my membership? And I can sign up for zero enrollment. Doesn't sound like one. That's not what I'm hearing. Okay, sign me up.
Get the PF Black Card for 0 enrollment, $24.99 a month, and get a free Amazon Halo View. Ends November 15th. It's glow time.
Money transfers are made easy with Quintas, powered by Western Union. Download the Quintas app today and use promo code MASL. I wonder if we can take a look at that replay on the penalty kick call. So here goes Ragged. Oh, that's definitely an arm.
Yeah, yep.
So Corey had a better view on that. No challenge at all. This is going to be John Sosa taking a penalty kick.
All right, Sosa setting up for the penalty kick. Vanzella in the center of the goal. Whistle blows. Here we go. Sosa drives it low to the lower left corner. And the Comets are back within one on a penalty kick by John Sosa.
I'm feeling good that the two players we highlighted, Nick, both have scored goals in the first half. So no questions on the penalty kick.
Kansas City Comets!
Vanzella looked one way and Sosa just buried it the other way. What if we do the trivia answer right now before they score? So we asked you the question. On March 16, 2014, the Comets defeated the Blast 2-1 to win the MASL championship. Which defender scored the game-winning goal for the Comets? You know what the answer is. I wonder if Comets fans know the answer. Well, we're back to action. I guess we'll hold that for a second. Next break, next pause. We'll get there.
Next break.
We'll get there.
All right, here is Max Ferdinand. Full speed, full flaps on, slows it down, and then back to Obasi. Ooh, Obasi played it to Ferdinand, who was going off, and the Comets get it back. Ricardinho is shaken up a little bit on the play.
Nice little warning to Andreas. No, that was Ramirez.
Henry Ramirez making his first appearance. He missed all of last season with a knee injury.
Oh, your buddy Berto's in the chat. He thinks he has the answer. Well, he was at the game, so he should probably know.
He definitely knows. He was playing.
And it wasn't him. So.
Right. Down the right side, Andreas trying to slot it through to Guti, but Mello was there. Now Obasi picks it up for the Blast, trying to get it to Rayleigh, but the Comets take it back. And now back on offense. 7 minutes to play in the first half. Comets trail by 1. 3-2, Baltimore. Rayleigh past one defender. He goes past Moy, down to the corner. Off the boards, pinballing around. That's Rayleigh. Gets it up to Moy. Off the boards. Nacho tees one up and blasts it above the glass.
Let's see if we can get that trivia answer now. Since Berto Palmer has weighed in with the answer. If we can't get it on the screen, I'll tell it to you. Game-winning goal was scored by none other than Brian Harris.
Number 25.
From UMKC. Comets won the first game here.
Oh, there's going to be a penalty against Baltimore.
No, just a little. Oh, they are going to call it. You called that right. Right in front of the Comets bench.
Jamie Thomas. He's going to go off.
He's like, for what? We'll take another look at it. Right in front of the bench, there's Andreas.
There is the push right there. Tripping is going to be the official call. So that'll put the Comets on the power play here, and a good opportunity for Kansas City to level the game. Christian was shaken up, not only to get knocked down to the ground, but he also took a foot.
Blast fans in the chat not happy. NJ Slap saying it's called one is stronger than the other.
Oh, and now a challenge is coming up. So we've got a challenge here, Eric.
We'll see what they come up with here. We'll take another look at it. So keep in mind, Ron Corey didn't call this. Lorenzo Hernandez was trailing the play, so he saw it right in front of him. It'll be interesting to see if they see enough where they're going to overrule here.
And he has the headset on.
Let's take a look here.
So
there's definitely two arms. Comets fans raising a lot. Here's part of the problem, Nick. When these fouls happen, doesn't matter what the team, it happens in front of the bench. Everybody wants a 2-minute penalty. Doesn't matter if you're the home team, the visiting team in Kansas City and San Diego, everybody does this. And so
Baltimore's challenging that it's just a regular old foul.
Yep.
Just give the best version of yourself represent.
And ultimately the question is there enough to overturn that?
And the call was tripping. Is that correct from what I heard?
That's what I thought I heard.
Yeah. So we shall see.
Here we go. Yep.
It is.
It is. Blast can't believe it. Ron Corey's not going to have any of this. He's dealt with this over his career.
Donatelli coming over to have a few words with RC. So Comets come out with their power play team. And on the power play this year, the Comets are 34%. They are 14 of 41. And on the penalty kill, the Blast are 47%. They've killed 15 of 30 chances when they are down.
Get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram and MASL Arena on Twitter. And I know I always keep that up here at the arena because I want to see what's happening in other games happening in the MASL. For everybody who is Team Daylight Savings, there are 4 games tomorrow, so make sure you set your clock correctly so you show up, watch the games at the right time.
Thank you, meteorologist Eric Berger.
You're very welcome.
6:41 to play in the first half. Comets on power play.
Bench morning for descent. Issued at Baltimore.
Oh, Sosa with a header. Ray Lee goes off the boards. Riggett trying to slide a right footer in there, fanned on it. Leo gets the ball back to Souza deep in the corner, back to Leo. Then far side Ray Lee. Lee into Riggett. Oh, far post. Souza couldn't get there in time. Then Vancella slams the door again. Souza right on the doorstep. Goes down, and Vancella is shaken up. Oh, I think Vancella.
That's his hand, right?
Is it his hand, or did he catch one in the...
No, we'll take a look here.
Let's see here.
No, you're right. Let's take a look at...
Yeah.
Ball comes out. Leo goes short post. Lucas tries to jam it in. Oh, yeah, he took it low.
Yeah, took it low right in the...
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
So a little bit of time here for William.
But, yeah, Vancella, his angles are terrific. The way he reads the game is terrific. And sometimes you get hurt playing this game when you're a goalkeeper. Hopefully that won't happen to me at halftime in the Mascot game.
Right. But will you be playing goal in the Mascot game? Will you be playing a goalkeeper?
Why don't we let the Twitch chat decide what position should I play?
Should Eric play goalkeeper in the Mascot game? Let us know in the chat.
Let's see what they have to say. Catch MASL Monday every Monday night on SiriusXM FC Channel 157 at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. Alex Bashchavansky is joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's games and discuss the league's hot topics. The newest hot feature, the power rankings. And some fans have been not happy with how some of the guests have been ranking teams.
So when are they going to ask you for your power rankings, Eric?
Well, here's the thing. I've already been on before they had power rankings.
Oh, okay.
So, but if they brought me back, I think I would pick one team for all 14. It's tied between San Diego and Milwaukee because they're not going to be happy regardless. So I figure I'll make friends with one fan group and just say you can have all 14 spots.
Right on brand, Eric.
There you
Stirring
go.
the pot. I
There
love
you go.
it. All right. Ray Lee with a chance there on that last drive. It goes up into the net. Baltimore kicks it long, and now the Comets come up here with 1 minute and 2 seconds left on their advantage over the Blast. Comets trail by 1.
Hey, speaking of San Diego, look who's in the house wearing a Padres hat.
Here's William Vancella. Bopa! Boris Pardo is up here.
Hey, Melissa, how are you doing?
All right, we're going to check in with those guys coming up at halftime, Boris Parno and Melissa.
Well, we're going to check with Boris right now.
Oh, okay, great.
Hey, welcome back. We haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, it's good.
We're going to try to get your mic on here.
Spare guest mic. If we could put that in the on position, here is Gibson. with 27 seconds on the power play. Okay, we got you on that.
Check. We're good?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, we're good. Look at that right up there for us. There we go.
Thanks.
Hey, congrats on your big win at Empire.
Yeah, thank you. That was a hard-fought effort. I mean, the guys, they totally put their bodies on the line. And, I mean, Empire is such a good team, but, man, what happened here?
Santana shaking up a little bit on the play.
We've got a few players down today.
Kansas City.
So your buddy William Manzella said to say hi.
Awesome, yeah.
So the last time that he played here, I think it was the last time you played when the Sockers beat Florida here in the semifinals.
Yeah, we each had our turn, our bite at the apple.
He played the first game, he played the second game.
Yep.
Comets with a good chance there. And back the other way, a shorthanded chance maybe. Neto's got it. 4 seconds on the advantage. Comets have a 3v2 if they can keep it going. Here's Ray Lee. Now it's a 3v3. Slotted in there off the boards, and Santana able to redirect it back to William Vanzella. Joining us here in our broadcast booth is Boris Pardo, goalkeeper for the San Diego Sockers. Of course, spending time here with the Missouri Comets. Boris, it's great to see you. What's it feel like to be back in this building?
It's nostalgic. It's unbelievable. I love the crowd here. I mean, this definitely looks like a packed house. It's fantastic. But yeah, just in town, see my two boys. They
awesome.
Much needed time with the family.
So things are going pretty well for the Sockers?
They're going all right. So far, so good.
We're in first place. We lost a couple, but that's all right.
we got some things so we always need to work on, and the guys have a very positive attitude. But the boys have been doing unbelievable this year. Just a little unfortunate with some hiccups here with the card situations and all that, but I think we're deep enough to take care of business if we need to.
You're one of the teams that has unlocked Baltimore at CQ Arena. What is it that the teams have to do to beat this Blast, especially there in Baltimore?
So they're very disciplined defensively. You know that Williams going to get them set up in the right places. But it's their transition going forward. You got players like Melo that are deadly, coming at you 100 miles per hour. Obasi, he tries to control the tempo of the game. He's tough to beat, but they just know how to funnel the spaces in that field, which makes it very, very difficult to score, just like Chihuahua.
Well, and their transition game's been terrific here. They've created all sorts of mismatches for the Comets.
And Pereira, I mean, that guy's special. He's tough to knock off the ball, but he's that main one-on-one guy that they have that's going to go at you.
How about the West, Boris? I mean, so many good teams in the Western Division this year. I mean, you guys, I mean, as well as you guys have played, each team in the West is pretty doggone good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. I mean, look, we just played Empire, and they started slow, but now they got their groove back. They made a good move with NDI in the back, and now they're winning. I mean, they had a hiccup with us, but I mean they're going to be just fine, and they're going to be a team to watch.
They've proven they can win in San Diego too.
Yeah. That team they're a good team. I mean even Tacoma. It's just unfortunate that they lost, but when we played Tacoma,
they're tough.
They have a very good team, and Chiva has done well when he went up there. And they have a lot of the same guys, but they're gelling and they know how to play with each other. So it's a tough place to play up in Tacoma, but I was rooting for them in Chihuahua.
Speaking of older players, we're seeing Nelson Santana here still delivering. How about Danny Waltman having another great year in Tacoma?
Danny's always going to kill it.
And then your teammate Craig Childs. I mean, what's to say that we've got players in their 40s that are still very effective out on the field?
Yeah, I mean, look, you got Bennett. He's on fire.
Yes, Bennett.
You got Craig. I mean, it's tough to slow down.
Good save by Neto.
But yeah, it's such a deep conference. And look, you got Chris too. Toth.
Yep, he's having a really good year too.
Yeah, it's so much fun. And Poyo Cortez too. He started off hot. The team, that team, they're going to be good. They're going to give you problems, but it's just their consistency. Can they be disciplined? And I mean, it's going to be once the playoffs come around, it's a coin toss sometimes.
So I talk maybe too much about goalkeeping, but if you look at the Western Conference, all the way down even to Dallas, just solid goalkeeping. And some teams, it's 2 goalkeepers.
Yes.
And Benji with a bicycle gets the ball back.
Yeah, I mean, we have.
Oh, a chance by the Comets just above the crossbar.
Hey,
Santana
Nick,
kicks it away.
I got to go down and make Stefan Stokic laugh.
Okay, corn dog. Make us proud. This will be the first time that a corn dog has come on to interview the assistant coach of the Comets, Stefan Stokic. I can't believe you held a straight face this whole time. Here's the Comets with a chance on the doorstep. Leo is there, but Vanzella slams the door with 55 seconds left in the first half.
Under 1 minute to go in the first half. That was a nerve-wracking moment right there for him. Yeah.
Comets trying to level the game at 3, 48.7 seconds left. Up here in the broadcast booth with former Comet and current San Diego Sockers goalkeeper Boris Pardo.
So, Nick, you're not going out there on the field to play a bit?
No. Eric is going to be out there doing that. I did my media game earlier this season and survived, so I'm okay. I've done my part. Kicked out of bounds by Vanzella. And so, Boris, you're having a great year this year, another great year. And congratulations. I mean, what do you attribute your great play to? I mean, is this teammates around you, or?
Absolutely. There's no other. I mean, the defense.
I wanted you to take some credit too, because you're awfully doggone good.
Yeah, the boys they make my job easier, and you know, when we work together we have the spacing right, so we back each other up, and when I need them, they're coming through to block these shots and the other way around. So we're
Reggett trying to turn the defender there. Final seconds ticking off here on the clock. How long are you going to be in town?
A few days, not long. I mean, like I said, you know, some family. Just to be with my boys and just much needed time. So now that we have a 10-day break, it'll be nice to make up for some lost time with them.
I'm so glad you came by to visit with us. I mean, this is great. We've got the Big 12 tournament in town. Sporting has their opener tonight. It's spring break, and we've got 5,000 fans in the building. It is so great.
I'm shocked at how what a great turnout considering everything going on. With
weather's kind of crummy out there right now.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably nicer over here than in San Diego right now. It's cold and rainy, but I really appreciate you having me on, Nick.
Cheers. Hey, best of luck to you, Boris. It's so great to see you, man.
Thank you, man.
I really appreciate you. Boris Pardo of the San Diego Sockers joining us here. Thank you so much, Boris. All right, we are standing by here. Mr. Corndog himself is going to talk to assistant coach Stefan Stokic, and here comes the assistant coach. And let's go down to Eric and Stefan for an update.
We've got a Corndog with a microphone.
The things I do for indoor soccer, Nate Herron. We're here at halftime with Comets assistant coach Stefan Stokic, down 3-2. What have you seen in the first half, both positive for the Comets and things you need to adjust at halftime?
I think we did better, especially in the second quarter, of possessing the ball. I think we have to do better in transition, and we have to punish the opportunities that we had.
Got down 3-1, but came back. It looks like this is going to be back and forth. Talk to me a little bit about the Baltimore press. They're coming high on you. They're looking to transition you. How do you think the Comets can adjust in the second half and ultimately play the game you want to play?
We'll talk about it at the halftime, and we'll figure it out.
You do this to me every game. Stefan Stokic, Comets looking to make a comeback in the second half. Back to you, Nate and Nick.
All right, Corndog Eric. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. That's a first we've seen. So let's take a break, and when we come back, we will begin our halftime festivities. It is Baltimore 3, Kansas City 2 on 38th The Spot and Twitch. Glad you're with us.
What makes an unbelievable moment? The unbelievable work that goes into it. That's why Community America provides unbelievable resources that go beyond banking, so everyone in KC can work towards achieving financial peace of mind. Community America Credit Union. Believe in unbelievable.
Daytech is an IT enterprise infrastructure provider covering networking, security, and more. Email us at sales@daytechinc.net to learn more about Daytech.
Domino's delivery vehicles are going electric. With over 100 EVs on the road today and hundreds more to come, it's good for...
Be physical. Separate yourself. Pop it over the defender.
Get on! Step!
Draw the defender in.
Tackle! Turn! Go hard! No shot! No shot!
One more defender to beat. Got a battle. Bent ball, far post. To get to a different level, you have to train at a different level.
Halftime at the Comets and the Blast. Great to have you here, and a good opportunity here to visit with the head coach of the Comets, Leo Gibson. Leo, great to see you. And Leo, I want to start here with a soccer question. Eric and I have sort of been counting down because you have been ticking up to the all-time goal-scoring record in Kansas City, surpassing some of the legends like Wes Wade and eventually Kevin Ketters. I'm wondering what a record like that might mean to you here in Kansas City.
You know, it owed me a lot. Actually, I think my wife and Nate Hauser, we were meeting with Nate Hauser a few weeks ago, and I think he made reference of that. But
were you even aware of it?
I wasn't until Nate. I think Nate brought it up, and my wife made mention that she had heard it on the broadcast. But it'll be an honor. It'll be a blessing to be in that category. So we'll see.
Yeah. Hey, I want to pivot to something that's very near and dear to your heart, and it involves your wife as well and your mother-in-law. You're building a school in your home country of Liberia, and you're getting closer and closer to its opening coming up in September.
Correct.
I wonder if you could give us a little insight on how this all came about, building a school in your home country. Amazing.
Well, thank you. Yes, this has been 3 years in the making, and this was my mother-in-law, my late mother-in-law, Joanna Weeks Reeves. It was her dream and her vision. She passed away from cancer about 8 years ago. Just when my wife and I had gotten married, a year into it, she passed away. But when she was on her dying bed, one of her requests to us was to make sure that this project was done, because she had raised about $60,000 before she passed, and it's been a project in the making because of her vision. The school is going to be named after her, but it's going to be in this community that is a rural area. Kids have to travel, have to walk miles and miles away. So we're excited. It's about done. We are painting it right now, but we just we are trying to find ways to get chalkboards, and stuff in there for the kids to have.
You need a little bit more supplies there to get the school fully open, right?
Correct. We do. We are about to have another golf tournament on May 15. We are hoping to raise some money to be able to pay for chalkboards and desks. Put up the desktops that we received from K-State. Recently, we received about 35 desktop brand new ones that we already shipped to Liberia is there. We just need school materials and equipment for the kids to be able to use.
Will you go down for the grand opening when it's open in September? Will you have a chance to go down there to see it?
Oh, yeah, we are planning. My wife, my brother Samson, my brother-in-laws, we are all hoping to go down there and actually open it, and we are excited for it. Yeah.
Oh, Leo, what a great project. Okay, everyone, let's give Leo some help here. Kickforchrist.org. Kickforchrist.org. The golf tournament is May 15th. You can go to that website and you can sign up. I'm going to be there. I want to see you there. And Leo, just amazing. And so congratulations on that. I know it'll mean a lot to you and your family and your wife.
Thank you.
And best of luck the rest of the season, too. I know you guys are going to be fighting for the playoffs here going down the regular season stretch.
Absolutely. So, thank you, Nick.
All right. Head coach of the Comets, Leo Gibson. More halftime coming up next.
Daytech is an IT enterprise infrastructure provider covering networking, security, and more. Email us at sales@daytechinc.net to learn more about Daytech.
shoots, he scores!
This is MASL at the half. What's going on, everyone? I'm Alex Bastianvansky. Great to see you again. Hope you're loving the contest so far. Tons of stuff going on in the league at the moment. Let's take a look at the latest.
Rafa now, Rafa Rodriguez. Rafa one-on-one and gets the goal. Rafa Rodriguez with the rookie first goal of his MASL career.
Rafael Rodriguez and his Dallas Sidekicks were so close to getting their first win of the season against Tacoma. They actually led 7-3 at one point, but the Stars chipped away at that lead. Jameel Cox tied it up in the dying seconds, sending this one to overtime.
I don't know. Watch Herrera, dish off to Cox, and there's Jameel Cox.
Oh, they broke my
Gets
heart.
the winner in overtime. Walk-off winner. Tacoma Stars 10, Dallas Sidekicks 9.
Big win for the Stars, but heartbreaking for Dallas, who's now winless in 17 games. A clash of two Eastern Conference Titans, Milwaukee hosting Florida. 5,000 on hand to watch this battle. Back and forth they went all game long. Ricardo Carvalho tied it up 5-5 in the fourth, and then this happened.
Trying to see if they can inspire the wave. Here's Marcio coming through, center another play, shot, save, now we're ready! Rebound, and that's a goal!
Wow, what a goal by the Wave.
Andre Hayne with the goal, but the play got reviewed. The Tropics were screaming there was goaltender interference, and they may just have had a case for it. Ultimately, though, it was ruled a goal, and that was the game winner. Ouch. 7-5 the final. Baltimore hosting Kansas City. This was expected to be another tight battle. Didn't happen. CQ Arena continues to be a fortress for the Blast. Tony Donatelli had 5 points for the home side as they ripped apart the Comets on this day. 9-2. William Vanzela was the first star, making 31 saves. Utica trying to hold on to fifth spot in the East, but they had a tough weekend south of the border facing the two Mexican squads. This was Friday against Chihuahua. It was tight for a good portion of the game. The Savage led 5-4 in the third quarter, but then rang off 9 straight goals to turn this one into a laugher. Hugo Puentes was the first star with 5 points. Chihuahua taking it 14-4. Earlier in the week, Monterey blew out Mesquite, who's been strong this year. Eric Tovar had 6 points for the Flash. Tacoma kept its playoff hopes alive with another win, taking down the Outlaws 8-5. St. Louis, trying to catch Utica for 5th out east, pulled off a massive 10-4 win over Milwaukee. Speaking of the Wave, Ian Bennett was the first star against Florida with 3 points, but the next day in St. Louis, IB26 was held scoreless for the first time in 46 games, bringing that remarkable streak to an end, but Bennett still set a new MASL record in the process with that streak. Scoring leaders, Nick Pereira now on top with 43 points, followed closely by Lucas Roque. Frank Tayu with 40, Ian Bennett 35, Gordy Gerson of UCFC rounding out your top 5. A reminder to check out MASLsoccer.com for all the latest, and there's a great story this week by Michael Lewis on Shelley Clark of the St. Louis Ambush, who's the MASL's first ever female majority owner. She puts her heart and soul into that team. Be sure to check it out. Great read. Players of the week now. Defensively, it's William Vanzela picking up the defensive nod for the second time in 3 weeks. Big game against Kansas City as he made 31 saves to pick up the win, and the empty net goal to boot for Mr. Vanzela, who's having a great season. Offensively, Nick Pereira of the Tacoma Stars is putting an MVP caliber season together here. What a week he had. One of the best weeks of any player in the league so far this year. 11 points, 4 goals, 7 assists in 2 games for the Tacoma Stars. Unreal. And our play of the week comes courtesy of Flavio Guzman against San Diego. This was an absolute banger. Taking on 2 defenders here, turning them inside out, off the post, and in for the gorgeous strike. Upcoming games, Empire in Chihuahua on the 17th should be a doozy. Utica is fighting for a playoff spot. They're in Baltimore on the 18th. Tacoma will host Mesquite. The Stars are trying to reel in 5th place Monterey out west. The Battle of Mexico resumes as the Flash host the Savage. KC will look for revenge against the Blast in Baltimore, and San Diego hosting Empire will be a must-see game between two first-place frontrunners. Yeah, and just remember that even if you can't be there live at the game, in the stands, fret not, you can still catch every single MASL contest live on Twitch. Enjoy the rest of the game, everyone. We'll see you next time.
This is your home field. This is your playbook. This is your locker room speech. This is your end zone dance. And with unbelievable resources that serve our community beyond banking, this is your biggest fan. Community America Credit Union. Believe in unbelievable.
38th The Spot is your spot for the Kansas City Comets. It's a game of speed, finesse, skill, and accuracy. And nobody plays indoor soccer better than your Kansas City Comets. Don't miss any of the heart-stopping action while on 38th The Spot, your spot for the Kansas City Comets.
So with a Planet Fitness Black Card, I'll get a post-workout glow like that guy?
Everybody knows that you need to glow, the glow, the grow.
And I get a free Amazon Halo to track my fitness and sleep.
Cause when you got the glow, there is no stopping what you want to do. Oh.
And with the Planet Fitness Black Card, I can bring a guest anytime. And I can work out at any Planet Fitness location. And even relax in the Black Card spa. That sounds great, but how can I get the most out of my membership? And I can sign up for zero enrollment. Doesn't sound like one. That's not what I'm hearing. Okay, sign me up.
Get the PF Black Card for zero enrollment, $24.99 a month, and get a free Amazon Halo View. Ends November 15th.
The annual Mascot game is well underway here at Cable Dahmer Arena. And there's the corn dog down there. That's my broadcast partner, Eric Bergerud, who has taken out Casey Wolf, the Chiefs' mascot. They got into a bit of a scrum. We'll have to get to the bottom of that when Eric rejoins us here at the broadcast booth. There he is, Mr. Corn Dog himself. He had to dig it out of the closet once again this year. Eric has been playing primarily defender tonight. So he's oh, there's another goal. That one scored by Comet the dog.
Takes the lead with 30 seconds
There's While you watch this, let's give you a quick recap of the scoring in the first half. Only one goal scored in the first quarter, and that was by MVP candidate Lucas Roquet, his 29th on the year. The second quarter, in contrast, we had 4 goals scored. Kansas City got it tied at 1 on a goal by Zach Reggett, his 23rd on the year. Ramon Palmer came away with the assist. Really nice assist to Reggett. Palmer's 5th on the year to make the score 1-1. Then in the third quarter, a goal by Jonathan Mello that some people thought deflected off of Moy in the goal to give Baltimore a 2-1 lead. We've reviewed that goal, and it does appear that it did not make contact with Moises Gonzalez, so Moy does not get the goal. Power play goal is credited to Jonathan Mello, his 16th goal on the year. Lucas Roquet comes up with the assist, and for Roquet, that is number 15 on the year. Baltimore leads 2-1. Then Baltimore extends their lead to 3-1 on a goal by Josh Hughes. That was during the second quarter when the Comets were all out of sorts in terms of defense, and that gave Baltimore a 3-1 lead. Hughes, the assist going to Moy, his 9th on the year, 3-1 Blast. And then the Comets get a penalty kick opportunity when Nelson Santana was called for a handball in the box. John Sosa comes out and converts the penalty kick to make the score 3-2, which is where we stand right now. Tonight's attendance, by the way, is 4,559. The Comets continue to lead the MASL in attendance as we have a little picture time with all of our contestants here for the Mascot game, a fan favorite. And there's our partner Eric Bergerud down there in the corn dog suit once again. Lots of fun here at Cable Dahmer Arena. We still have 30 minutes of soccer yet to go. Let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll have more for you here at Cable Dahmer Arena. It's Baltimore 3, Kansas City 2 on 38 The Spot and Twitch.
2023 Mascot game. Thank you very much, Comets. Get all your mascot buddies off the field.
Daytech is an IT enterprise infrastructure provider covering networking, security, and more. Email us at sales@daytechinc.net to learn more about Daytech.
We are at the half with the Comets and the Blast, and Baltimore leading 3-2 over the Comets. Here's what's ahead for Kansas City. The Comets are on the road tomorrow in Milwaukee for a 4:05 game, so that's a short turnaround for KC as they'll get packed up tonight and on the road to take on a very tough Milwaukee team tomorrow up at UW Panther Arena at 4:05. And then the following weekend, the Comets have two more games, again back-to-back. They'll play Florida here at Cable Dahmer Arena on the 18th of March, and then turn around and get on a plane and go to Baltimore for a Sunday, March 19th game. That'll be at 4:05 Central Time. Comets will finish up their season with a pair of home-and-home games against the Harrisburg Heat on March 26th, and Saturday on April the 1st will conclude the Comets' regular season. For Baltimore, this is the only game they have this weekend. Next weekend, they have two games. Saturday night, they'll host UCFC, and then they will welcome in the Kansas City Comets on Sunday on March 19th for a 5:05 game. While we have a moment, I'd like to thank our Cable Dahmer Arena crew. Producing tonight's game is Devrin Brower. Our director and technical director is Tristan Borelli. Handling replay tonight for us is Noah Lampson. On our cameras is Ben Townsend, Brian Wiley, Drew Snyder, and Kenny Price. Thanks to all of you guys for helping us make the MASL one of the best broadcasts in all of our league. Hey, welcome back. Oh, wait. Wait a second, I'm not hearing Eric. See if we can get his mic back up again.
Here we are. Hey, we won.
Hey,
3-1.
Great takedown of Casey Wolf.
Oh,
that
man,
was epic.
I am tired. I rushed back hard to get that. So when you play goal in the Mascot game, you just kind of sit there a little bit.
Yeah.
Man, I was running, and the Casey Wolf, he'll tackle you, like football tackle you. Clearly, he picked up the ball and ran down the field. I'm like, dude.
You are not having that.
No.
You are not having any of that. It was a clear violation.
No, and so the Park mascot, Sir George, scored 2 goals. That was awesome, too.
That's fantastic.
Yep. I'll message his mom later and say, guess what you missed?
Oh, there he is.
I had to take the head off because I am dying.
Do you see what I have to deal with all this game? He's been dressed like that the entire first 30 minutes of the half. I don't know how I made it through the first half.
It's what I do for the fans in this league, right? It's what I do.
I'm just going to leave that picture up just for a second here. Okay, well.
Stefan Stokic was dying down there. He looked at me. He's like, "Are you for real?"
Just so fans might be able to get a picture on their television right here. There we go. All right, we got it. That's all right. We got it.
You had your chance.
Yeah, you had your chance. All right, let's get back to business here because we have a little bit less than 2 minutes to go. Wonder, Devin, if you might want to roll some of those highlights. We can take a look at some of those highlights before we get the second half underway. Okay, we'll get those ready to roll here, and here we go. Kansas City and Baltimore, again, they haven't met since, what was it, 2017 or something like that? It's been a long time since these two teams have met. And again, the Comets played the Blast last weekend in Baltimore, and the Comets fell 9-2. William Van Zelle, 31 saves, and the Comets only scoring 2 goals. And that was one of the prettiest goals there by Lucas Roquet.
Walla score a
twisteroo. I don't know what you call that. Lucas Roquet is really good. And again, he's having an MVP type season. Comets almost get it level there. Santana saved one off the line.
He's had a great first half. Did get called for a handball later on.
Yep.
But he's been terrific.
Oh, here's the score that got the game tied at 1. Great ball from Ramon Palmer over to Zach Reggett, and the game is tied at 1.
Palmer's quietly having a terrific year for the Comets. He doesn't score a lot of points, but he's been getting a lot of points.
Zach Reggett. And now here's the goal that they thought might have deflected off of Moy. Mello is going to get credit with the goal. Officially, Mello his 16th on the year. Roquet, the assist. And Baltimore would retake the lead 2-1. And this next goal here, scored by Josh Hughes. This was when the Comets were all out of sorts. And Baltimore just ran past the Comet defense. And Josh Hughes picks up his second goal of the season. 15 minutes on the clock. Both teams back out on the blue turf, and we are almost set to go for second half action. 3-2, Baltimore over Kansas City.
Hey, guess who joined the chat? Comet the dog. He said, "I'm catching my breath after that domination."
How does Comet the dog with those big, thick paws hit the keyboard? I don't know how he does that.
I've been on his team 2 years in a row. What a great teammate.
All right, we are underway here in the second half. Baltimore has the ball. They'll be moving it right to left. William Van Zelle kicks it forward to his teammate Roquet. Roquet with a goal and an assist in the first half. Leaves it for Mello. And then Comets able to wrestle it away. Sosa goes right up. Oh, it's taken back by the Blast. Roquet, a left-footed shot blocked out of bounds by Sosa.
Money transfers are made easy with Quintas, powered by Western Union. Download the Quintas app today and use promo code MASL.
Donatelli. He wants Palmer to back up. Ron Corey marks off the distance. Donatelli. Back to Rayleigh. Over to Obasi. Rayleigh into the corner looking for Roquet. It bounces into Neto. Neto throws it long out to Reggett. Reggett trying to settle it on the blue turf. He does on the logo, plays it back to Sosa. Comets building it up from their own half. Forward to Benji. Benji in the middle to Souza. Lucas Souza turns and faces the defender. Now Sosa into the target. Reggett is there. Flicks it out to Sosa. Now to Souza, who tees one up and blasts one into the netting. Goalkeeper distribution coming up for William Van Zelle and the Blast.
Want to see a game live? Visit Sports Illustrated Tickets for the best tickets to see the MASL action in your favorite arenas. Now with no fees at checkout.
There's one section that doesn't like me.
Max Ferdinand in the corner. Double team. There's Lalo.
Free food. Thanks to our friends at
Lee
I'm getting out of here.
avoiding a couple of defenders. Gets it over to Nacho. Nacho plays it along the boards, and Lalo gives chase along with Moy. Lalo catches up with it. He has a double team into Marquez, his drive blocked by the Blast. And
Good
then
job by Jamie Thomas there.
Yep, back
sacrificing his body.
Vanzella's got it. Two-handed push pass on out to his teammate, Pereira. Then Pereira over to Santana. Back to Vanzella. William chips it ahead, looking into the corner for Roque. Souza is there for the Comets. Kicks it out to a teammate. Now Lee. Here's the pressure from Baltimore. Lee didn't want to do it. He kicked it out of bounds. And that's going to go towards the top of the arc, I believe.
It absolutely will.
Yep.
MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League, all the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. And I just checked. The other game, Outlaws 3, Sidekicks 0.
Oh, gotcha.
In Mesquite.
Will the Sidekicks get a win this year? Here's Donatelli. To the corner to Roque. Correction, that was Pereira. No, let me try again. That was Mello.
You got it right.
I got the third time. Eventually I'll get it. Now Ramirez. Puts on the brakes, faces the defender, into the corner for Reggett. Pass a little bit too strong, and it rolls into Vanzella.
How'd you like Boris Pardo's scouting report at the Baltimore Blast?
Good. Very good.
He knows all the players.
Mm-hmm. Sure does. Boy, I tell you, Boris Pardo, one of the great guys in the league. Very well liked.
No foul called there.
Hughes goes down. No call. Andreos up with it for the Comets. Andreos forwards to Goody. Vanzella way off his line. Hughes is there. And the Comets able to wrest a little way, and Vanzella scampers back to in front of his goal.
What, a goalkeeper can come off his line in this league? Okay, just checking.
Hughes in the midfield area, on over to Mello, and then eventually on back to Vanzella. Vanzella kicks it long. It lands just before the Comet yellow line. Sosa chases it back there, along with Jack Shear. Down near side for Gibson.
Still a press here from Baltimore. And look who's wide open, Benji, if they can find him. They ultimately didn't.
Marquez goes around Rayleigh. Down to the corner, Palmer. Back to Marquez. Could not get anything on that.
Look at that wily defender. Snuffed that out. Good opportunity there for the Comets.
Vanzella, a left-footed boot. Sosa heads it back in. Baltimore lifts it back towards the KC end. There's Neto. Called for a penalty in the first half. He has now 19 minutes in penalties for the Comets this year. And it would appear that Neto will not be available for tomorrow's game in Milwaukee because of point accumulation.
We did our math right.
Here's Lee. Over to Palmer. Ramon, one of the team captains. Leo's the other one. He's the captain and head coach. How about that? Ramon Palmer, as the crowd here at Cable Dahmer Arena watches intently. Kansas City trailing by 1. Coming up on 10 minutes to play in the third.
Crowd got all excited for the Culver's Magic Minute, and then they got unexcited when Comets didn't score in it.
Benji is fouled. Quick restart there by Kansas City. Ray Lee. That foul on Jamie Thomas. Shot by Kansas City wide to the left. Souza trying to pounce on the rebound. Cannot. Now the ball bounding back the other way. And a foul on Ray Lee.
And the thing is, Jamie Thomas took a better angle to the ball and ultimately drew the foul. Good play by Thomas.
Here comes Donatelli over to take the kick in. Goes out wide to Obasi. Obasi is tall, very tall. Donatelli with some space. And Andreos closes in, back to Obasi. Obasi thought about teeing one up. Instead, will comb it back towards the half line. Leaves it off for a teammate. That's Pereira. Down to the corner, back to Pereira. In the middle, kicked away by Lee of the Comets. Driven back in, and a redirection shot by Donatelli. Knocked away by Neto. Now through the box. Oh, boy, Donatelli goes off of Leo Gibson, and that's an own goal.
Well, it's a Donatelli goal.
Donatelli
It's an indoor goal.
But it's 4-2.
Take a look on the replay. Good entry pass there from Pereira. Walla. Deflection scorer, huh?
Yep.
Wall pass in. We'll see if, for those of you who are new to the MASL Walla Scora social media account, WALLASCORA. After each game, they post videos of those wall passes that result in goals. We'll see if they count that one. It got even more quiet here at Cable Dom Arena, Nick.
Tony Donatelli, number 12 on the year for Tony.
No foul there.
Back at the other end, Vanzella's got it. Throwing long for a teammate, Sosa gathers it first to Henry Ramirez. Here comes Ramirez in his first game back into Nacho. Nacho couldn't handle it. Another Comet player goes down, and it is a foul called against Baltimore. Sosa over to Nacho. 8:38 to play in the third. Here's Ramirez. To Sosa, then to Nacho. Nacho's got a little bit of space. Ramirez trying to go over Max Ferdinand, landing on the ground. Guti's got it.
Baltimore defense has been terrific tonight.
Sosa winds one up and blasts it over Baltimore's goal. That'll be a goal kick coming up.
Every time the Comets think they have a step, Baltimore closes. A lot of block shots in front of Vanzella. And something Boris Pardo said is that Vanzella sets up his defense really, really well in front of him. And you can see how well they're playing as a unit tonight.
Here comes Vanzella. He kicks it into the corner, looking for Roque. Gibson is there. Gibson tosses it to Neto. Neto kicks it out towards Ramon Palmer. Palmer trying to weave his way through a pair of defenders. And Arreos knocks down Rayleigh. Correction Hughes, and a foul called on Christian.
Yep. Foul. Easy call. Fans don't like it, but you know, fans generally don't like it when their team gets called.
Possible steal by Ray Lee. Lee with a chance to the far post. Benji couldn't catch up with it. Goes off the wall, and it's kicked away by the Blast. Good defense there by the Blast. Boy, they close in a hurry.
Well, and so here's the thing, too. Vanzella came off his line, forced them to make a decision. No goal. Smart goalkeeping.
Quick restart for Kansas City. Zach Reggett comes on, accepts the ball, plays it back to Ray Lee. 4-2 our score. Baltimore with the lead here on the road. Baltimore with just one road win on the season. Same as Kansas City. Both teams play very well at home. Here's Reggett off the boards looking for Sosa. It ends up with Lalo. There's Lalo with a drive. Vanzella makes the save.
He's pretty good, huh?
Yes, very good.
I mean, not just pretty good. If you look all time, you look at his championships, his shutouts, goals against average, every stat, all-timer, William Vanzella.
He even scored a goal last week against the Comets.
He did. Jumped up on the dasher boards to punctuate that.
Mm-hmm. Sosa to Sosa. Nacho. Coming up on 6 minutes to play in the third. A lot of standing around by the Comets. Ramirez. Back to Nacho. Nacho will just try the corner, and Zach Reggett.
Smart, again, man marking Reggett, not giving him much space at all which to operate.
Blast back on offense. Zach Reggett will go off. Arion Marquez will come on. If you weren't here in the first half, we are back to calling him Rion Marquez. His wife and his family said, we can't take it. That's enough. We have to go back to Marquez. We like that better. Old Bossy had to be careful there. That was almost boarding.
See what we started?
Lucas Souza.
How many seasons ago?
We just, what a screamer of a shot by Souza. Ball still loose, and Vanzella pounces on it.
Marquez is a handle to deal with on defense. He's almost gotten himself free a couple times. We'll see if he can break free, turn one of these defenders here in the end of the third or sometime in the fourth. There's a giveaway.
There's a giveaway. Souza cannot close the gap. Vanzella read that one perfectly.
He's so comfortable even when he makes a mistake. He just slides over. No worries.
It's like a walk in the park for William when he's out there.
Yeah.
Benji across the half line. Into Guti. Guti stops, faces, had it poked away. Roque trying to pick up the loose ball. Guti gets it back. Forward it goes to Benji, who shoots, and that one wide to the right.
Benji's shot goes wide to the
Right idea. Once again, it looked like he was trying to place it in the corner rather than going for power, and just went wide.
Benji able to knock that pass away. Can the Comets get anything going here? They may have. Well, they're trying to catch Baltimore on a change. Ferdinand comes on the field now. Comets will slow things down and set it up. Here's Palmer. Over to Nacho. Nacho to Rion Marquez. Coming up on 4 minutes to play in the third. Rion by one defender. And then chips in, and Palmer with a volley over to the right corner. And Lalo on back to Sosa. Sosa, a left footer, rolled over the top of that one, pulled it to the right. And the Blast come away with it. Sosa trying to step in, knock the ball free. He does. Lalo gets tangled up. Now Gibson coming over. Sosa's there. Everybody digging away. And Ron Corey.
Let's have a drop ball.
Blows the whistle, and yep, that's what we'll have.
Think you have what it takes to score the game-winning goal? Sign up at maslsoccer.com to receive more information on the 2023 MASL Pro Player Combine. Applications are rolling in, according to Commissioner Keith Tozer, who was on MASL Insider with Philly this week.
Vanzella over to Moy. Moy heads it over to the right. Ricardinho is there along with Ray Lee of the Comets. Ricardinho back towards Jeremy Rayleigh. Rayleigh of the Blast. Left-footed pass over to Ricardinho. 3 minutes and 18 seconds left in the third. Baltimore leading 4-2 on a goal by Tony Donatelli. There's Moy. Hughes. Rayleigh. And Pereira. Correction, Mello. Hughes to Rayleigh, to Moy. Now Moy trying to turn Rayleigh to the defender. Comets able to wrestle it free. Lee kicks it over towards the Comet bench. Casey,
everybody was trying to get off the field, Nick.
Yeah. Now fresh legs are back out there. Benji, Souza, and Reggett back out there. Vanzella kicks it in front of his bench, and it goes out of bounds. Comets will have it.
Media timeout.
And we've got a media timeout.
2.5 minutes left.
Oh, wow, that took a while. 2 minutes and 34 seconds left in the third. Baltimore's got one tally here in the third. They lead at 4-2 on 38 The Spot and Twitch.
Daytech is an IT enterprise infrastructure provider covering networking, security, and more. Email us at sales@daytechinc.net to learn more about Daytech.
Get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram and MASL Arena on Twitter. William Vanzella, 4 championships with Baltimore, right? And then 1 with San Diego?
I think that's right. For some reason, I thought it was 3 with Baltimore, 1 with San Diego.
NJ Slaps in the chat says 5-time.
5-time?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's right. Yeah, you definitely got that one with San Diego. And that was quite an experience. Imagine having William Van Zela and Boris Pardo as your goalkeepers, and you're like, all right.
Boy, that is rich.
Yep.
That is very rich. All right, both teams at even strength. Once again, the Comets out shooting their opponent. And this time it's 21-12. But they only have 2 goals to show for it. And the Blast continuing to lead 4-2. We have 2 minutes and 28 seconds left in the third. Souza looking for Regan. It floats over his head, and Van Zela snares it out of the air.
Well, and Van Zela was there in San Diego on loan. They hadn't won a championship in forever. And his 1-year contribution, they win that. Now everybody's talking about San Diego as a dynasty forever, but you forget they had a losing record in that regular season. And Van Zela came in the middle of the season.
Good point.
And he and Boris, they would just trade off. And there's the championship,
No
right?
kidding. So tough.
If I remember right, Boris was game 1 here in the semifinals, and then Van Zela came in game 2, and that was all she wrote for the Florida Tropics. Handball on Sosa.
San Diego, Baltimore will have it. 1:34 left in the third. Again, Kansas City will be on the road tomorrow, take on the Milwaukee Wave, the leaders in the Eastern Division. Game time set for 4:05 our time. Tom Wynn and the Wave Hall of Famer Art Kramer will be on the call for you.
Normally see Art in the chat. I've been so busy in this costume. It's hard to move around it. I haven't checked the chat as much, but normally Art's in the chat, catching up with fans.
Comets break out of their last third. Gutierrez over to Henry Ramirez. Ramirez weaving his way through traffic, finds Sosa. 1 minute and 8 seconds left. Sosa floats one for Marquez. Marquez can't get it off the boards. Guti is there for the Comets, and Casey takes control. The Blast defense has been tough for Kansas City tonight. Under a minute to play. Down to Marquez. Marquez. Palmer. Sosa. And a attempted header. And Marquez pounced on the rebound and hit it off the crossbar. 30 seconds left. Palmer. Moving to his right. Sosa steps into one. Just above the crossbar. Sosa heads it back in.
3-on-2 opportunity here.
Here comes the counter.
Good play there by Marquez.
Good defense there. Kansas City with 8 seconds on the clock. Comets coming back the other way. Nacho fires it in there, and Van Zela will hold it. And that is it for the third quarter.
That's a good quarter if you're a Blast fan. You're up 3-2, score 1 on a deflection goal. Van Zela coming up big once again in that third. Blast lead 4-2.
He's been a difference maker tonight, no doubt about it. Let's take a break. 4-2, Baltimore leads over Kansas City. Glad you were with us on 38 The Spot and Twitch.
Introducing Domino's new leftovers. It's the same delicious pizza you expect from Domino's, but instead of eating it all tonight, you save some for tomorrow. Sure, it's hot and melty and really delicious, but resist the temptation and you have Domino's leftovers. Domino's leftovers are delicious straight from the toaster oven. They're delicious straight from the skillet.
Who reheats cold pizza?
Right now, you can try Domino's leftovers yourself when you get 2 medium 2-topping pizzas for $6.99 each. Enjoy one tonight, love one tomorrow.
that isn't going away? Come see the trusted experts at Sano Orthopedics. The Latin word sano means healthy, wholesome, intact. We create personalized care plans to return you to health. Learn more at sanoorthopedics.com.
This is your home field. This is your playbook. This is your locker room speech. This is your end zone dance. And with unbelievable resources that serve our community beyond banking, this is your biggest fan. Community America Credit Union. Believe in unbelievable.
Skip the waiting room. With Cable Dahmer Connect, powered by Lyft, we'll come to you. We will pick up your vehicle at your home or office and drop it off once the work is complete. Simply schedule your appointment online at cabledahmer.com to get started.
Disagree with a call tonight? I think there are a lot of disagreements with call. There's disagreements every night. You might just see it on the MASL's most controversial show, Under Review. Catch it every Friday on Twitch. I think they were off yesterday because Ryan Sigish was traveling back from that Thursday night Empire-San Diego game. The San Diego won in overtime, but expect to see Phil and Ryan back on schedule this Friday. I'm sure there's going to be all sorts of calls they'll be getting into.
Well,
I was going to say, I spent a lot of time texting back and forth with Phil Levanco, and I gave him a heads up that I was going to do this corn dog thing, and he's like, normally I would just post GIFs of you all game, but I'm actually taking my wife and kids out to dinner tonight. So I appreciate all the other fans who have been posting photos. The league has been tame to me today, and that's because Phil's doing what you're supposed to do, family first. Right?
Exactly.
He works hard. Watching just about every game, got a night off. Good for him.
Well, you can see the Comets gathered in the corner away from their bench, and something that they don't do typically at the break. So this is a consequential 15 minutes here for the Comets coming up. They trail by 2. They need 3 points, and they need to keep winning at home. Baltimore, on the other hand, would love nothing more than love to get a road win. They've only had 1 so far this year.
So I have some new progressive lenses I just got this week, but I could swear I saw Zach Reggett in the middle of that tunnel of that group imploring the team on, let's go. And so Zach trying to step up here. New role, new team.
There's head coach.
Let's also set the stage, too, is that in the MASL, you get 3 points for a regulation win, 2 points for an overtime win, 2 points or 1 point for an overtime loss.
Yep.
Baltimore, even if they get 1 point, it's a victory here because nobody expects anybody in the East to do anything on the road these days. Kansas City, the pressure's on to score enough goals in regulation to take all 3.
Souza, a right footer in there. Ball is loose out front. Benji trying to settle it.
Oh, you know what he wanted to do.
And that's a 3-line violation. They'll bring it back. And they'll place the ball on the Blast yellow line, front and center. Comets will have a restart there to begin the 4th quarter.
Benji was feeling it. He was like, Sports Center, top 10, I'm ready for you one more time. Didn't quite happen that way.
Sosa to Lee, and that one saved by Vanzella. Yeah, follow up on Benji. He has yet to score this year. After scoring what was the goal of the year. What was that, last year?
Yeah, against Dallas in the playoffs. The game they
Gibson
lost.
With a drive.
Goalkeeping.
Oh, Vanzella.
Goalkeeping.
Scintillating save.
He's probably been tired of me talking about Boris Pardo as MVP. He's like, look, getting up there. And the thing is, I really had Boris there for his goals against average. He was under 4. He's right now at 4.01. Vanzella's at 4.02. If he could hold this score down, he could drop under that 4, and I will look really hard. I get 1 vote. I don't get 10 votes, but a goalkeeper who can get through the season under 4 goals against.
Amazing.
I'm thinking MVP.
Yep. Here's Roque leaving it for his teammate, Pereira. Pereira down the line, marked by Nacho.
Foul call.
And a foul called on Nacho.
Easy call.
Yep.
So you have Roque as an MVP option. Frank Tayu's been tearing it up in Empire. He's an MVP option. Nick Pereira quietly having a great year, but they have to make the playoffs, right?
Yep.
Theoretically, if you want to be considered MVP. And then I'd say these two goalkeepers, Pardo and Vanzella.
Nacho giving chase to Santana along with Andorreos. Nice job there by Santana to avoid both Comet defenders. Kicks it in the corner for Hughes. Correction, Roque. Roque is there with his back to the goal. Leaves it for Rayleigh, back to Roque. And the Comets able to knock it free. Here's Benji with a defender on his back. Plays it to Nacho, and the Comets will go for changes. Sosa. Forward to Reggett in the corner. Chests it over to Benji. Correction, Lalo. And that one knocked up into the netting.
What a sweet chest pass there from Reggett.
Great.
Just not much Lalo could do with it. Oh, look at that throw.
Vanzella long.
Nobody was there with Mello.
Mello walking it in, runs right into Rayleigh.
As opposed to Rayleigh, right?
Right, exactly. As opposed to Rayleigh. Forward to Reggett. Rayleigh. Make that Rayleigh. Now you've got me going here.
It's like Brian Miller and Brian Martin, my friend. Ryan Sigic, you've got to get them both here one day.
Here's Lee. Off the boards. It goes past Rayleigh to Leo. Gibson letting the ball roll to him. Deflecting in towards Vanzella. Oh, the volley. Ramirez.
He's gotten his looks tonight.
Here's Henry once again. Moving to his right, he shoots.
Lean back on that one, you could tell. A lot of history between these two franchises. Two of the biggest trades in Kansas City indoor soccer history happened with Baltimore.
Yes.
Dale Mitchell for Carl Valentine, and then John Perry for Goran Hunyak, which kind of leads into the next history lesson here. Lull in the action.
Pressure on Vanzella.
Look who's wide open. So the Comets just have to be careful because they're letting back post runs happen totally unguarded. And it could be just something like that ends any comeback opportunity here for Kansas City.
Palmer. Benji, now near side Nacho. Nacho moving to his right. Passes it over to Benji. Benji, a left footer!
Oh, what a goal.
It goes in! Benji! Shazam! There's his first goal of the season. Benji Monreal, and the Comets are within one.
Well, we said he's been placing or trying to place them all game. He can shoot with either foot. He's like, well, let me try it with my left. Right's not working well. The little deke, and nothing Vanzella can do. Good pass there from Nacho, who's going to get the assist. Top shelf. Grandma's having another bad fourth quarter here at Cable Dom Arena. You think Benji Monreal's pumped? Giving high fives to the fans. It's 4-3.
Nacho, his 7th assist on the year. And again, Benji bags his first of the season. You can see almost some relief from Benji. Finally, they got one in the net. Maybe that'll really get him going for the rest of the regular season. Comets fans hope that is the case. Baltimore back on the attack. Foul called on Kansas City. That'll go against Lucas Souza.
Do you know that Benji scored his first goal ever as a Comet 1 year ago tonight?
I did not know that.
That's why I'm here to remind you of these things. I mean, you've been calling games since, 1996, so I know it's hard to keep everything.
Where have you been, Aaron?
I don't know. I'll tell that story, too. So we have two on this date, so we got to tell.
And here come the Comets. Lucas Souza still going forward, stepped on the ball. And the blast, Rayleigh got it back. Here's Lee moving to his right. Steps on it, looking for a passing partner. Marked by Rayleigh.
Who?
Rayleigh.
Rayleigh and Rayleigh? What?
Stop it. Gibson to Reggett. Reggett tries to go off the boards. Blocked by Hughes. Then it lands at the feet of Rayleigh.
As opposed to Rayleigh.
As opposed to Rayleigh.
I'm going to do this all night.
Who's now marking Gutierrez. And to Zach Reggett. Reggett. Had it taken
look at
away.
the back post run by Donatelli.
Pereira trying to get past Gibson. And a foul.
What a smart foul by Leo. Blast wanted a 2. Leo just wily veteran this, right? Watch this. This is like a John Sosa move. It's like, I'm just going to slightly close off the angle and not board you. And he happened to do it on Ron Corey's side, right? Ron Corey's not going to call that. Guess what? Ron Corey's retiring. So if any fans have an issue, you're out of luck.
And we're going to get a chance to honor Ron coming up on March 26th, the Comets home game. So we'll be chatting with Ron Corey. Maybe he'll share a story or two about his career, which dates back to the original MISL.
Wasn't there a Chicago-Cleveland game that he and Rich Grady always talk about?
Yeah, I know he's got a couple of Edmonton stories too.
Yep.
Forward to Marquez. Marquez. No.
Look who came out of his box and made a play.
Vanzella. Oh, here's Max Ferdinand down the right side. Ferdinand.
Oh, what a tackle. All ball by Benji.
All ball. What a tackle by Benji.
We're going end-to-end action here, Nick. Great defense on both sides.
Gibson goes to Marquez. Santana is there. Marquez pushes Santana out of the way, but Santana
smart play.
Shield Marquez away, and Vanzella's now got it. Here comes pressure from the Comets. Vanzella kicks it long. Ricardinho's there. So is Lalo.
We haven't called his name a lot tonight.
I know. Lalo, forward pass to Palmer.
Speaking of newer players.
Nacho asking for the ball. He's got it. Now to Sosa. Sosa's had one goal tonight on a penalty kick. Sosa. Looking. Now Ramirez. Here's Nacho, able to get it into the target. Obasi was riding on the back of Reggett. Over to Sosa, one touch, into the corner to Nacho. Handball called on Nacho.
Ron Corey will call that, but he's not going to call. I mean, he's going to let them play in the box, which I think is great. And you see how teams are matching up against Reggett. They're bodying him. They don't want him to turn, and they're making him force the ball backwards. It's smart coaching, smart defense.
Neto's got it. 8 minutes and 10 seconds left to play in this game. Comets trail by 1. They've got a 1 goal here in this fourth quarter. Neto floats one into the corner for Marquez. Rion settles it in the corner. He's got Rayleigh on the back of him. Now he turns, fires off the boards looking for Souza, and it's kicked away by the Blast. Blast keeping 5 players behind the ball. Ramirez will try Souza once again. Now Leo on the point. Near side for Lee. Lee moving to his left, fires the shot. And that one above the crossbar. Into Marquez. Marquez trying to turn. He does.
Goalkeeper.
And a great save made by Vanzella.
Saves him everywhere. With his feet, with his hands.
Incredible.
With his body.
Look at this.
Good turn.
Oh.
Better save.
All right, let's take a timeout. 7 minutes and 21 seconds left to play in the game. Comets have a goal in this fourth quarter. They still trail by 1, 4-3 here on 38 The Spot and Twitch.
Domino's delivery vehicles are going electric. With over 100 EVs on the road today and hundreds more to come, it's good for
Select Physical Therapy is focused on patient safety now more than ever before. Select's centers remain open and offer a safe environment for you to receive physical therapy services. You don't need a doctor's referral to begin care and start feeling better today. Select Physical Therapy also offers telerehab, so you can easily connect with a licensed therapist through web-based technology that is HIPAA compliant, right from the comfort of your home. Visit selectphysicaltherapy.com to schedule an appointment. Select Physical Therapy, the power of physical therapy.
I'm attorney Mike DePasquale. This is Kansas City. This is my town. I started a personal injury law firm here because I wanted to help people here. And that's what my team and I do every single day. If you're hurt in Kansas City, I've got this.
Catch MASL Monday every Monday night on SiriusXM FC Channel 157 at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. Alex Bash-Javansky is joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's games and discuss the league's hot topics.
Long drive by Rayleigh. Shazam! Comets goal. We're level at 4.
Wow, was that Rayleigh or Rayleigh?
That's Ray Lee.
Pride of Park Hill High School. Step over, the wall breaks, and it goes in. We've seen this happen more this season than I think goalkeepers would like, is where you set up a wall, a two-man wall or a three-man wall. Somebody decides to peel off, and the scorer says, fine, I'll just take it. If we saw that work against the Comets last game in Baltimore, and it worked against the Blast here tonight, all of a sudden it's 4-4. They're passing out 3 stars of the game media ballots here in Kansas City, and I'm like, it's too early to figure out who the stars of the game are. I don't think the game's done yet.
So another 3-line violation on Baltimore. Their second one here in the last couple of minutes. Comets will restart it on the Blast yellow line.
So you definitely, if you're Roque or Ferdinand, you don't want to move here. Just stay intact.
Sosa out wide to Rayleigh, 1 touch. Rayleigh still going forward. It deflects back to the Comets. Sosa will play it near side for Gibson. Gibson tries the corner, and Lucas Souza tries to head it for Reggett in the box. Kicked away by the Blast.
Look at Pereira making the run on the far side.
Pereira's down the far side. They get it over to Pereira, who shoots, and Pereira scores! Baltimore retakes the lead, 5-4. Saw that one a mile away, didn't you?
I did. They've been doing it all night long. Something Boris Pardo said is they're really good in transition. So watch 2 come into the ball. Nobody's coming to the back post. Pereira, 5-hole, 5-4 Blast. Just great execution there of a counterattack. And once again, the Comets getting caught a little bit flat-footed. And they're going to have to try to pull one back yet one more time.
9th goal on the year for Juan Pereira. And the Blast retake the lead.
And now they're running again. Look at this opportunity for Moy. If they can find him, there's Moy one-on-one.
There's Moy with a drive, looking for the far post, and that one misses to the left. Comets have to dig out of another hole once again. Down by 1, 6 minutes and 15 seconds to play.
No call.
And Santana is called for the foul.
Comets basically only have 4 defenders, and that includes Leo Gibson playing back. That's a foul. Simple foul. And they keep finding themselves susceptible to counterattack because they also have defenders who like to score.
Sosa almost ricocheted in. Benji to Reggett. Here's Benji. Now Sosa to Gibson. Gibson bangs it against Ricardinho. Then goes crossfield to Benji. Comets out shooting Baltimore 34-15. Yet they trail by 1. Sosa flies one in there. Vancilla got a piece of that one.
Again.
Gibson over the top, a header, save Vancilla.
I can just keep saying goalkeeping. It applies in every situation.
Reggett back to Sosa. Now out shooting Baltimore 37-16. Sosa. Over to Nacho, to Reggett. Reggett trying to turn. Reggett leaves it back for Sosa. Shoots it in there. That one partially blocked by Santana.
No handball. Fans wanted it.
Sosa once again. Now to Reggett. Marked by Santana. Boy, Santana all over Reggett. The farther he gets away, they give him a little bit of space. Now Sosa. Near side Sosa. 4 minutes and 25 seconds left to play in the game. Here comes Lalo. Lalo off the bench, moving to his right. Turns and plays it back to Nacho. Now over to Sosa. Sosa.
He could take a timeout right here. And I think he's going to.
He does.
Smart move, veteran move. So, you know, you talk about Baltimore playing 5 guys behind the ball. The team for me historically that did it better than anybody else was the Dallas Sidekicks teams of the 1980s, who happened to win a championship in the best year ever, right, 1987. Yep. But they played discipline, and then they would counter you, and then all of a sudden you'd see somebody like Tattoo, Kevin Smith, Beto, whatever, running down the field, and you're done because they want to suck you in. And it works really well against teams like the Comets and Empire that want to score. Mm-hmm. So you're like really tempted. Let's throw our defenders. Let's push our defenders up. What happens? You lose the ball. And then all of a sudden, Neto is facing one-on-one with somebody, and he's seen it on both sides. Smart coaching and smart game plan here for the Blast.
4:07 left to play in the game. As we look inside the Comet huddle, Leo Gibson talking to his teammates and his team.
So I teed up a story that I never finished. It was on March the 4th, 1995, Kansas City and Baltimore at Kemper Arena. There was everything in this match. A broken nose, a bench-clearing melee, 5 red cards. Public address announcer Ed Bishop called the Kansas City police to come to the field. There was fighting in the tunnel. It was the attack back then, were down the whole game. And all of a sudden came back in the 4th. Late goals by Wes Wade. Game-winning goal by Jim Schwab, your former partner, with 23 seconds left to give Kansas City the win in one of the most bizarre games I've seen in my 40-whatever years of watching this sport. So
some players would say infamous.
Well, they would also say there were infamous game here in the playoffs in 2015. So here's the thing. It's very easy to say you started it, but there's enough blame to go around when you look at rivalries that ultimately just play the game, and fans can say whatever they want. Oh, Lalo got poked in the eye, but no call there.
Both teams play on.
Here
comes Leo, hits it first time, and that one above the crossbar. Under 4 to play.
Got to be thinking 6 attacker fairly soon.
Comets trail by 1. Leo sends it around the boards, and Vansela wipes it clean. Throws one out to Donatelli. Donatelli lost it. Here come the Comets again. Up to Rion Marquez. Back to Ray Lee. Lee on back to his keeper, Neto. Here comes they're getting the 6th attacker out. Leo Gibson's going to put the jersey on. 3 minutes and 14 seconds left. Here's Nacho. Nacho's pass deflected out of bounds. And a quick restart by Kansas City. Here's Nacho shooting and scoring! Nacho! 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 With his fingers pointed towards the heavens. That one for his father, Miguel. The game is tied at 5.
What a moment for Nacho. A little give and go. Kept it low. Nothing Vansela can do. It's been an emotional week. Good entry ball there from Rion Marquez. Toe poke into the corner. They're going to challenge us under review. I don't know if they're wanting illegal substitution. This what it looked like is that maybe they're calling 6 men on the field for Kansas City is what they're going to look at. If that's the case, that would be devastating. Not only would you pull the goal off, but then you'd go 6 attacker, you'd go a man down if you're the Comets. And we will see what the referees see. Perhaps. Ron Corey's taking a close look at this. Let's look at, all right, so there is, the ball goes out.
Okay.
Oh, they're saying the ball hadn't stopped. Oh, I think this comes back. They're going to say the ball was not stationary when he put it into play. I think this comes back here. It wasn't an illegal substitution. It was a restart before the ball was set down. So I think this is going to be overturned here. But who am I?
That would be a devastating call for the Comets.
Who am I? I don't know if we'll get another look at it on the review here, but Ron Corey is going to say no goal here. Watch.
No goal is right. It's wiped off the boards.
Smart, smart, smart. Yep. So what happened was it was a quick restart. The ball was still partially rolling, even though they had put it down. But the ball's got to be totally stopped when you take that free kick. And so it's going to be the Comets' ball. Basically, it's like if you do a too quick a restart, you get it over again. So this will be Comets' ball. I think they're going to put Leo in as sixth attacker here. What a heartbreaking moment for Nacho. After all that, he thought he had scored one for his father, and then it gets taken off the scoreboard. But that's what sports does to you, Nick.
It can rip your guts out.
It can. So sixth. Oh, San Diego fans, I love you. Said, sorry, no goal, Eric. Hey, I called that. They're always here to show their love. This is Leo on the sixth attacker duty here for the Comets. Puts the ball out of play. Good job by Mello pressing Gibson there in the corner. And this is going to be free kick for the Baltimore Blast.
Leo comes off and Neto comes back into the game. 2 minutes and 58 seconds left. Comets trail by 4. Roque heads it into the middle. It's kicked out of bounds off Jamie Thomas.
With Utica fans in the chat rooting for Baltimore, it's like that line from Ghostbusters, right? With dogs and cats. Yeah, it can happen. Right?
Yeah. Neto goes off. Gibson back on as the sixth attacker. Here comes Sosa. Trots it across the line. Sosa into Marquez. Now Souza. Here's Sosa. Now Gibson. Comets need an equalizer. 2.5 to play in the game. Baltimore.
Oh, bad giveaway.
Oh, bad giveaway. Sosa almost able to hold it in, and they do.
Yeah, good play by John Sosa to save the Comets.
Now Souza off the boards to Reggett. Reggett being held in the box, and a foul is called against Baltimore.
Top of the arc.
It is going to be top of the arc.
And it's going to be a good time for a timeout. So they'll let a little bit go.
Rayleigh has both arms wrapped around him in the box.
No, it's just going to be a top of the.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
If it's in the box, it goes to the top of the arc.
It goes to the top of the arc. Well, no, it's.
Oh, it's a penalty kick.
No. It's a
top of the arc. Yes. Thank you, Ron.
I would call timeout here if I were the Comets. Make sure you do this right. 3 in the wall here, which means there are all sorts of passing lanes here for the Comets, but this would be a perfect time for a timeout. Make sure you have the right play here.
Let's see if Sosa walks up on it and calls timeout.
Timeout, Kansas City.
Critical point in this game, 2:17 to play, and the Comets with a great chance here on the restart. John Sosa and the rest of his mates over to the bench here to talk about what they're going to do on this restart. And David Bascom is off the bench.
Yeah, check this out. They just keep their. So Bascom is talking to the team. Vanzella is just wanting to set up his wall, set up his defense. He doesn't want to go back to the bench. It's like, I got this, coach. He's trying to make sure who's going to step out wide, thinking that's going to be the logical pass for John Sosa here. But ultimately, Vanzella is like, look, I know what I'm doing. We're going to set up the defense. Kenny Mayer is doing the video review sign, hoping that they'll call this back for a penalty kick. That's not going to happen. The handball on Santana, absolutely a penalty kick. This one, not so much.
Sosa, assistant coach Stokic, and Gibson Talking and that, it looks like they've come up with something, and here they come back on the blue turf. Sosa, Reggett, Souza, Marquez, and Lee, along with Gibson as the 6th attacker. Rayleigh, Thomas, Pereira, Santana, along with Mello out there for Baltimore. Over the top, Rayleigh shoots, and that one deflected above the crossbar. Back at the other end. Leo.
It's going to be a 2-minute penalty.
Yeah, it sure is.
Yep. Yeah, they're wanting a shootout here because he was the last defender. Roquet's like, handball, last defender. What are you doing to me?
Leo's going off as...
We have a 2-minute blue card on the goalkeeper, which results in a shootout.
Yep, there it is. You called it. Going to be a shootout. Neto will come back in. And who will take the shootout? Looks like Max Ferdinand will take the shootout.
Your old buddy. How many games Max Ferdinand's have you called over the years?
Oh, gosh.
A lot.
A 2-minute account.
Yep. So let's set this up. If Ferdinand scores this, it's 6-4. If Ferdinand misses, it's a live ball. And typical power play. And so both teams have to think about sprinting down the field in case he misses this. So you got Andreas out there, probably your fastest runner.
Here it is. This could be the game. There's the whistle. One touch. He shoots, and a save made by Neto.
So
2 minutes to play in the game. It's still a 1-goal game.
And the Comets are down, and they haven't been able to put in their 6th attacker because Baltimore maintained possession.
Palmer trying to settle the ball, gets it over to Lee. Lee forward to Zach Reggett. Reggett, can he turn? Gives it to Palmer. Now a shot from Andreas is blocked. Now a rebound shot in there by Andreas, and Vanzella makes the save. Mello with a tremendous block on that last exchange. 1 minute and 32 seconds left in the game.
Superb defending.
Almost a giveaway there by the Blast.
Comets are going to get tired really fast chasing the ball. Ferdinand's just hanging out there.
He lets the ball roll ball his feet, and Rayleigh able to kick it away.
Giveaway.
Held back in. Mello down to Donatelli.
They could just send it all the way back down the field.
Yeah.
Make the Comets run. There you go. And the Comets are going to be dead tired here. Vanzella will hold on to it. That's his first touch.
Pereira on up to Ferdinand.
Maryland Dave sitting there. He should start
Ferdinand,
the old age.
It's a 2v9. Shot save. It's a brilliant save by Neto. 50 seconds left. Comets in desperate need of a goal. Lee on back to Neto.
A bad giveaway handball.
Oh, it could be a handball there. No call.
3-on-0, 3-on-1.
To the far post, Neto does it again. 33 seconds left.
They're going to run out of time, though. Comets are just tired. I got to run down the field and interview somebody.
All right,
take this
partner.
costume off, too, I think.
Here's Roquet. Over to Donatelli. Donatelli to Roquet. No, it doesn't go in. 16 seconds left. 15 seconds left. And a whistle and a foul is called. The Comets don't have a 6th attacker ready to go. They don't have somebody with the jersey on. 12 seconds left.
Baltimore, foul number 11 is first. Okay.
So we've got a timeout on the field. Looks like John Sosa is going to put on the 6th attacker jersey. And we've got 12.6 seconds left. So this is going to have to be in a hurry.
Timeout, Kansas City.
And another timeout called by the Comets. 5-4. As it stands right now, Juan Pereira would get the game winner, his 9th on the year, as we look at David Bascombe and the Baltimore Blast, talking it over how his team is going to deal with this last 12.6 seconds left in the game. Still 3 seconds left on the penalty to Kansas City. So John Sosa comes out with the 6th attacker jersey. Okay, there we go. Sosa. Clock rolling now, 11 seconds left. Sosa into the corner, headed by Van Zela. Kicked out of bounds, 2 seconds left. 1, and that's gonna do it. Baltimore comes in, and they are victorious over the Kansas City Comets. The final score, 5-4. Baltimore gets a full 3 points in a very, very tight game between these two evenly matched teams. Baltimore comes out on top. They get their 2nd road win of the season. Kansas City falls for only the 2nd time here at home this season. Comets a big loss to Baltimore, but the Blast going home happy. Van Zela giving a big hug there to Nacho, as well as the rest of the Blast players. What a game here between Kansas City and Baltimore. Comets are going to have a short turnaround. They're going to have to go back on the road tomorrow up in Milwaukee. So it'll be a short turnaround here for the Comets. The Blast to get to rest until their next game coming up next weekend. Standing by to toss it down to Eric Bergrud. Wondering who he might speak with. Looks like he might get William Van Zela. He will. Let's go down to Eric Bergrud. He has William Van Zela, our man of the match.
We're back here at Cable Dome Arena with winning goalkeeper William Van Zela. 31 saves last game. I lost track how many saves this game. What does this mean to you to pick up a big Eastern Conference win on the road?
Yeah, well, we need this win. We've been working really hard, but at the end of the 4th quarter, we're giving up silly free kicks, silly blue cards, and we're losing games. And we spoke about the importance of this win again against a very good team. And Kansas City has a offensively power, and so keep them in a lower number on the scoreboard it's very impressive. So give a lot of credit to my teammates. They've been working so hard, and that was a great win.
How about the defense in front of you? You made a lot of saves, but your defenders came in big in both halves. That guy too, just so many blocks, and the defense on Reagan, it was something that we were noticing up in the booth. Just terrific team defense, 4 quarters.
Yeah, that's what I said. Last week I was a player of the week. Do it by myself. Those guys are working so hard, and we are well known by being a very good defensively team. So I take the credit sometimes because I'm the goalie at the end, but look at the save of the game. It wasn't mine, it was Nelly, right? So I give them so much credit. And it starts with the forwards. You know, you don't see that, but our forwards work so much. They give up some opportunities to score a goal to be helping us as a team to defend. So it's a teamwork, and teamwork gives the dream work.
So you played 5 guys behind the ball, and that led to counterattacks. And actually some of your goals came from forwards playing really good defense and then springing and created mismatches all game against the Comets.
Yeah, they are a very good team in transition, so we're trying to eliminate that, because if you play a transition game against them, you have no chance. I think we played very well defensively, and again, we gave up a lot of point shots that we shouldn't, but it's hard. How you defend against guys with so much quality, you know? Defenders that can shoot from everywhere, midfielders that move around. So it's a great Comets team, so we win here, it's a great win.
So last time I interviewed you was right here, right about this place. You were on loan to San Diego. You wound up winning an MASL championship. What would bringing an MASL championship back to Baltimore mean to you and your franchise?
Yeah, we really need it. It has been a while, and And for us, it's a great franchise. So I keep saying, with all the respect to other teams, but San Diego, Kansas, Milwaukee, and Baltimore, that being around for so long, those franchises that have big crowds, like play here is unbelievable. I always love to play here because it's a very good atmosphere. So we're really fighting to find our way to go back to the championship series, but there's so many good teams in the league. Every single game can go either side. We have to one game at a time, one win at a time, and try to be healthy for the playoffs if we can.
You heard from winning goalkeeper William Vanzella, reigning MASL Defender of the Month and the week too, I think. He's been having a great season. Blast, huge win on the road. We're going to send it back upstairs to my broadcast partner, Nick Vassos.
All right, Eric, thank you so much. Congratulations to the Blast winners, 5-4. Let's take a break, and we will wrap it up here from Cable Dahmer Arena. Blast victorious 5-4 over the Comets on 38th The Spot and Twitch.
What makes an unbelievable moment? The unbelievable work that goes into it. That's why Community America provides unbelievable resources that go beyond banking, so everyone in KC can work towards achieving financial peace of mind. Community America Credit Union. Believe in unbelievable.
Be physical. Separate yourself. Pop it over the defender.
Get on! Step, step, step!
Draw the defender in.
Tackle! Turn! Go hard! No shot, no shot!
One more defender to beat. Gotta battle. Bent ball, far post. To get to a different level, you have to train at a different level.
Comets fans right down by the national boards, getting a look at their favorite players, Rian Marquez, Benji Monreal, greeting the fans after a tough loss tonight. Baltimore wins it by a score of 5-4. The Comets outshot the Blast 43-17, and yet they fall by 1 goal to the Blast. So the Comets record falls to 8-7-4. Baltimore improves to 10-6-3. The Blast get the full 3 points. And for Baltimore, they will be in action next weekend. They'll take on UCFC on Saturday night, and then the Comets will be back in action on Sunday in Baltimore to take on the Blast. The Comets will be in action tomorrow against the Milwaukee Wave up at UW Panther Arena, and they will have all of the action for you on MASL TV. For our broadcast Cable Dahmer Arena crew, thank you. And for my broadcast partner, Eric Bergrud, I'm Nick Vassos. Good night from Cable Dahmer Arena.
Thanks so much.
Check your phone. I think Bazinski's pissed.